Morning, morning. How are you this morning? Do you know what? I had snow. We had snow in our village this morning. I was a bit shocked when I came out and got in the car. The whole of the top was completely covered in snow. Anyway, how are you? Hope you're lovely and warm and settled. Welcome to Sewing Quarter. If you're new to us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are a shopping channel, but we're a shopping channel with a difference because we bring you demonstrators, we bring you fabulous fabrics, we bring you kits, we bring you bundles, we bring you education, and hopefully we bring you a bit of fun as well. Would you like to have a look at what we've got? We've got a fabulous day lined up today. Here is today's menu. Coming up today with John Scott, that's me, by the way. 8 o'clock, that's now. I've got the Club Night Quilt with Jo Carter. I'll ask her all about why it's called the Club Night Quilt, and 2 beautiful bundles to create that. 9 o'clock, we've got the Sunspell Quilt with Victoria Peat, which is another fabulous quilt, and I'll show you all the bundles. That's got a lot of hand stitching on that one. Then at 10 o'clock, I've got the Budgie, the cat, and the dog. A very odd mixture, but they're not chasing each other, don't worry. So that's with Jo Carter, who is a world-famous toy designer. And then at 11 o'clock, we've got the bag making workshop with Victoria Peat. So very quickly, the first hour is this lovely big quilt that Jo's going to be showing you how to make. Now, this is it made in, oh, isn't that lovely? That's it made in one of the colourways that we've got. We've got another colourway. Oh, we've got the, beautiful, beautiful. Right, so that's in the 8 o'clock. Then at 9 o'clock, we've got Victoria Peat doing this really, now there's three versions of this that you can do. This has got a lot of hand quilting and hand stitching on it. Here's the one that Victoria's doing at 9 o'clock. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Then, 10 o'clock, I think this is the most gorgeous draught excluder. But I'd love it as a soft toy. I'd love it as an ornament. Jo's going to show us how to do that. But also, we're doing budgies, not in that colourway. We've got yeah, those budgies there. And we've also got the cat. Oh, I don't know where the cats run off. Yes, the cats run off. And then I've got gorgeous bags at the, oh, here's the bag. At 11 o'clock. Really, really beautiful bag book and everything at 11 o'clock. Right, now what we love here is we love you to get in touch. And the best way for you to get in touch is go to our website. And to do that, you go to www.sewingquarter.com. You go to the front page, here it is. You click on Watch the Show. You need to log in. You need to log in to do this. So there you are. There you'll get a big picture of me. And then if you scroll, oh, you have to scroll down the page. You'll do that. You see on the right-hand side there. Now, when we start showing you auctions and everything, that little box will drop down a little bit. So you can message the studio there. You just write your message. Now, at your end, you can keep writing as long as you like. It doesn't make you stop. But actually, in reality, it only allows you to do about 140 letters. And what happens is that message goes straight through to producer Hannah upstairs. And producer Hannah will then send it through to my tablet down here. While we're on this page, if you just see there to the right-hand side where it says add to the basket, there's add to the basket there, so when we're doing a live auction, it will appear there. You can click on there and add to your basket, or of course, if you scroll down the page where it says products from today's show, in a minute, as I introduce different items, kits, also haberdashery, all sorts of stuff, they will appear there. So if you're watching the repeat later, then please just click on there and pop them in your basket. We have a fantastic deal, which means that we only charge 1p&p for £2.95. It's for 24 hours. So if you buy a sewing machine and you buy a kit and you buy a reel of thread and it's only £2.95 for the standard post and packaging. Okay, now, what I also need to tell you is that we are live every day from 8 o'clock till noon on Freeview Channel 78, Sky 678, on YouTube and on our website. You can watch it on our website. And then what happens is at 12 o'clock, our website goes into a loop. YouTube is there all the time. You can look up YouTube anytime. And on Sky, it just carries on right the way through on a loop till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, when I won't be here tomorrow. You'll be pleased to know I've been in enough days now. Amy will be here tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, to take you through to tomorrow's show. Now, if you want to send in a picture, or if you want to send in a longer email, it's a very long introduction day. I'll get on the phone in a second, I promise. studio@sewingquarter.com. studio@sewingquarter.com if you want to send in pictures or longer questions. Now, I've got some offers and some If you entered the competition yesterday, which obviously closed at 8 o'clock this morning, at 11 o'clock, I will be announcing the person who won that lovely, I don't know if we've still got the sewing box here, whether it's gone back to the warehouse, but we've got a lovely, lovely sewing box that, just a free gift. All you had to do with Swenter was buy something. That was yesterday. That's at 11 o'clock. I'll announce the winner at 11 o'clock. Today, though, what should we do first? What should we tell them about first? If you are a new buyer, right? This is for new buyers, right? You can get, it's slightly different to usual. If you spend over £30 with your first purchase, not including post and packaging, not including the post and packaging, you get those three gifts. Do you want to have a look at a little film?
If you shop with us for the first time between Wednesday the 17th of January and Thursday the 18th of January and spend £30 or more, we'll give you an amazing bundle of free gifts. The bundle includes the book How to Use a Sewing Machine by Marie Clayton. It's packed with essential information on how to choose and use your machine, plus dressmaking techniques and expert troubleshooting tips. You'll also receive our 23cm dressmaking scissors with stainless steel blades for precise cutting. A pack of 7 Gutermann Sewall threads is included too, in warm French cottage colours. These threads are ideal for both hand and machine sewing. Altogether, these gifts are worth over £30, completely free for you as a new customer. So be sure to search through our online store filled with sewing delights, or watch our shows to find your perfect new purchase from the 17th of January. But don't delay, this offer is only available while stocks last.
So as you just said, it's today and tomorrow, or until stocks last. So if you are a new customer, these are gorgeous, gorgeous little gift there. So all you need to do is spend £30 or more as a brand new customer. You can buy it from the telly or from the web shop, £30 for it. You don't need to fill in a little, you don't have to put in a code or anything like that. You literally, if you're a first-time buyer, £30 not including your post and packaging, get the free. Now, have a look at this. If you want to go to the web to buy something, we also have a spend and save on at the moment. So what you need to do to go to the web shop is, I won't show you now, but you need to go to the front cover of the website. It'll say shop, and it will take you to our web shop. Now, these are items that aren't appearing on the telly today. But this is brilliant. Now, it ends at 4 o'clock today. Now that we're on all night, let me think. That'll be 4 o'clock on Wednesday, is it the 17th today? Wednesday the 17th at 4 o'clock this finishes. So what you do is, if you spend £10, you get 5% off. You need to put the code in of SAVE5. If you spend £20, you get 10% off with the code SAVE10. And if you spend £50 or more, you get 20% off with the code of SAVE20. Terms and conditions do apply. Please go to the website to look at the terms and conditions. But so that is just from the web shop, not from things on the telly. Okay, I think that's everything. I think I've bored you enough and you're waiting to see some sewing, because we are a shopping channel completely dedicated to sewing and everything sewing. Right, have a look at this quilt again. This because you'll have forgotten because it was such a long time ago I mentioned it. 8 o'clock, this is the quilt that we're doing in this hour, and it is gorgeous, isn't it? I'll just put that down there. Right, so in this hour, we have got the 2 bundles, right, to make that quilt. Yep, this is the bundle. This is the bundle that Joe has used. Now, you get an awful lot of fabric in it, 14 meters of fabric, right? That's enough to make the front and the back and the binding and everything, right? £112 and 99 pence. Now, should we just go through the fabrics very quickly? We get half a meter of the gourd. This is like the Victorian drawing room, isn't it? Half a meter of the pumpkin spot, this is Lewis and Irene, sorry, yeah. Half a meter, and now is that the barley spray time? Then you've got linear print, Macawa solid. These are all beautiful 100% cottons, by the way. Then we've got the other Victorian drawing room one in the green. Then we've got the green spray time. Then we've got the aqua spray time. So this is half a meter. You get half a meter of all of those. Then we get on to the stone spot on. You get a meter of stone spot on. Then we move on to the cameo linear. You get a meter of that one. Then we move on to the teal. Meter and a half of that. Then we have the coral. Two and a half meters of that. And then the aqua. 4.5 meters. 4.5 meters, that one you get. So all of that fabric, beautiful, isn't it? There's the whole bundle. There's the whole bundle for £112 and 99 pence. You've got to remember, you're getting 14 meters. 14 meters of fabric you're getting in that bundle. £112 and 99 pence. Now, the one that Joe's about to demonstrate with, this is a collection of the most exquisite fabrics. If you're new to us at Sky, you won't have seen, I went to York to the Quilters Guild of United Kingdom, of the British Isles, and saw the most exquisite quilt, right? And what they've done is they've created fabrics. They're not replicas of period ones, but they've got the feel. It's just beautiful. These fabrics are just gorgeous, right? So what you get in this one, these are all part of that collection, right? They're all 100% cotton, a good quilting weight, machine washable, all fantastic. So you get this one for ½ metre. That's called James. You get this one for ½ metre. Now, don't worry, I won't do the names because I want to get to Joe. But you get this one, ½ metre of all of these. This is my favourite, ½ metre. Now, this is a Macawa solid, that's there for your binding. Then you get, now this one, you get more of this one. This one's called Blue Robin, I think, isn't it? Metre of Blue Robin. Then we've got a Macawa solid, which is also a metre, pale blue. Then you get Jane, and that one's 1.5 metres. Then you get, I want to say Margaret, but I could be wrong. This is the... This is the one with the 2 metres. Is it 2 or 2.5 metres? I'll just get the details for you now. Catherine, not Margaret, Catherine. Sorry, I threw it there. And then you get marine blue. 4.5 metres of the marine blue. That's for your backing. Okay, so there's the whole kit. It's beautiful, isn't it? That's such gorgeous fabric. £175 for 14 metres of fabric. And then the pattern. Now, this is new to me. I've not seen this book before. It's only been on air once before. Now, if you're new to us, this is Natasha. You'll meet Natasha next week. And then you'll meet Amy tomorrow. Amy's the other presenter tomorrow. This book, it's only been on air once before. It's brand new to me. If you love traditional quilts, 12 striking projects with 9 skill-building techniques for £23.99. This is brilliant because it's got the patterns, it's got the cutting instructions. Well, when we get over to Joe in a second, so it's like less than £2 a pattern, isn't it? And then you get the templates in there, everything you need to know. Okay, so let's go and see Joe. I'll go through the book again in a minute. Let's go and see Joe. Here's the quilt while we walk over. Oh, Joe, I'm sorry, I thought we'd never get here. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Now, I haven't seen you, well, I've seen you in prep this morning. I haven't seen you since the New Year. Did you have a good Christmas and New Year?
I did, really lovely. Did you?
I was here.
Oh.
I've been here. I
was watching.
Yes, exactly. Oh, no, I haven't seen you because I mentioned it because there was a ruler that you really wanted, wasn't there?
Oh, there was.
And you didn't get it.
No.
But what's sad is I mentioned that on air once, and Hannah upstairs went, no, but she got the money to buy it though, John. So she's not stalking us at all, is she? Anyway, for those of you who don't know, Joe is an incredible font of talent, and I'm going to embarrass her now because she doesn't like me talking like this. But a lot of animals projects which you'll see later on that she does, gorgeous, and as a quilter and everything. So now this project,
yes,
it's amazing. It's just there's so much. It looks like there's so much going on. How difficult is it?
It's not difficult at all. The instructions are brilliant, really well laid out, easy to follow, and it even gives you which way to press seams and things like that.
Fantastic.
So if you're new to it and you're a bit unsure about how to, even things like pressing seams, it's something that becomes second nature, but at first it's nice to have. I know,
because we tell you, don't we? Oh, we're going to do this, going to do that, and sometimes you think, well, actually, somebody who doesn't know about quilting or sewing, we just presume they're going to know.
Yes.
Where I can't see where a block is. Where's the block?
They're on point. So this is one of the blocks here.
Oh, okay. So it's
So
it's a great big half square triangle, but then it's got. Is that a half square triangle?
Yes.
Then?
These are half square triangles.
But that's not log cabin, is it? That's to two. I've never seen that one before. You know how the coral carries on. Do you know what I mean? It's lovely, it's unusual. So that's one block.
Yes, and then we have these spinning stars as well.
Friendship star. Is that a friendship star?
I don't know. Oh, I should have checked.
I know that one. This is the friendship star, this one here, and I love it. But they're all, so that's a 9-patch, half square triangles with just a square in the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
I counted up, there are 432 separate pieces in it.
Okay. So you need to get a life, I think. So
what do you mean?
Where do we start? Oh, now in the bundle, Is it important to know which fabric to use for which bit, or can you just, obviously the bigger pieces, you know, are going to be the backing and the background and everything, but all those triangles in there, does it matter which combination you do?
There is some freedom with how you put the triangles together, but you have a list here of how much of all the fabrics and how much you need of each, and it's a really good idea to lay out, if you've got the bundle, lay out all the fabrics.
Yes.
And label them up actually with which one you're using.
Oh, like we have here.
Yes.
Page 18, let me just have a look. So this is the Club Night quilt. The finished block is that would fit my bed perfectly.
Would it?
Because I like a quilt. I like a quilt to hang over the edge as well. It's finished quilt is 64 inches by 76 inches, and the blocks are 9-inch square blocks. Now the book is calling an intermediate project, but if you look here, there's all the materials. They're all listed. And then here are all now they call them medium grey, light grey, grey floral, assorted red prints. You can label them up as you want to with your, but if you see here, this is making the star block here. So you can see, it's incredibly clear and thorough. But you see you've got A, B, C, D fabrics and your E fabrics. So you can see on there, and we're just coming to it now. Oh, lots of people say morning, lots of people say morning, Joe. Morning. Everybody. So that's the star block there. So you can see how thorough it is. And then over the other side here, it's got the other block on the other side over there. Okay, and there's that lovely, unusual border. Right, let's get some sewing done. Morning, John. Could you say, oh, yes. Morning, Chloe. Chloe's had some very bad news and she's got to go off to a funeral today. So good luck, Chloe, today. I hope it's not too horrible. Right.
Okay. So lay all the fabrics out. The measurements for the quantities are in yards in here. Obviously, we've got metres.
Yes.
So some of them, when it says 5/8 of a yard, actually half metre will be fine.
Okay. It's all been worked out that you've got enough, because there is some left over afterwards, isn't there?
Yes, you can easily make a nice few cushions to go with it.
A few cushions, and we all know how much Joe loves a nice cushion.
You can't, yeah.
How were your Tula Pink Christmas cushions, by the way? Did they go down well?
They did. Finished very late.
Oh.
Or very early Christmas morning.
No. Oh. Anyway, let's go on with some
Well,
sewing.
I had to wait till the recipient had gone to bed and then secretly sew.
Oh, I see. I thought they were in the lounges decorating for the run up to Christmas, not their Father
No,
Christmas.
they were a gift on Christmas morning.
I see. Oops. And so I've been talking about them on air.
Had you?
Yeah, so was
She
it
didn't
Helen?
seem particularly surprised.
Helen, Joe's mum, watches all the time because she's a brilliant sewist. Well, she's the amount of work, because she's on Instagram, you follow her, and like every day, I just made this quilt, it's not very good, and it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, so where do we start?
So label up all the fabrics.
Yes.
Group together, for the spinning stars, the friendship star blocks, there's a set of 3 assorted prints, the red prints they're referred to in this. So for this one, I've used these 3 different fabrics. And then there's the assorted neutrals. So divide those up first. So, and these are the neutrals. I really love this fabric.
Oh. Right, okay, this is for all new Sky viewers. A message from Anne in Cheshire. Hello, John and Joe. To our new viewers, this is all banter between John and Joe, or whoever is demonstrating. That's why we love him. Have I offended you already?
Not yet, not that I was aware of.
Not yet. Okay, right, sorry. So, you've got your triangles, ready for your half square triangles.
Yes, and there's a cutting list, and I just worked my way through it, each fabric at a time, and then kept them all together so I didn't lose track. Because for me, that's the biggest danger with it, and I lose bits.
Yes.
So keep them all together and labelled up. And for the star block, you cut strips. I'll get 2 of these. Cut strips of fabric and then subcut into the squares and then cut to give 2 half square triangles.
Okay. Tells you how to do that in the book, though, doesn't it? Tells you what
does.
size strips to cut, what size triangles to cut, and everything like that.
It does. I think it's 3 7/8
Okay.
of an inch the strip, and then subcut them down. So I did all these ones. So I've labelled them up, and it says for your A triangles, your B triangles, C and D, and keep them labelled.
So A are all the same, B are all the same, but C and D
C and
are
D are
different.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is where there's some scope as well for you to do what you'd like. I mean, there's enough fabric. You might just prefer 2 of these prints. So
Rather than
and then keep the third one for these sections.
Oh, for the bigger
so
sections,
keep a neutral and because I like the movement, I blended I used different ones to create each star, but there's one here where I used all the same.
Oh, yes, yes. Oh, I see,
fabric.
yes. So some of the pointy bit, I don't know what pointy bit of a star's called. So this one here, you've got all exactly the same fabric in the pointy bits, but then that one, you've blended in different, others, you've blended in different fabrics and everything.
Yes, and so that you could keep all the stars from the same fabric if you felt that made it stand out more. I quite like a fragmented sort of feel and sort of blend them in.
Okay, very quickly, this is the bundle that Joe's used to create this this block here. It's going across the bottom of the screen at 14 metres, £112 and 99 pence. And the book that is the book here that's going up for £23 and 99 pence. Loads you're checking out in the book. The one, what did you say, Hannah? Sorry. Oh yeah, this one that we're demonstrating with is it's called Winter. It's called Winter. So that's Club Night, and this one here is called Winter. Right. Okay.
This one has very much a feel of the one
that's in the book. Yeah. It's a very traditional book. The thing is, we say that, but then if you take a traditional block and use bright, modern fabrics, it can change the whole look of a block, can't it? Okay, we'll flick through the book later on. We'll have a look at this.
Okay.
Right.
So all these need to be stitched together into squares.
Yeah.
A's and B's are paired together, and C's and D's. So
Okay, oh, so simple as that.
when I started, I just chain pieced.
Right. What's chain piecing if someone's new to stitching?
It's just a slightly quicker way of doing it, and you save a bit of thread as well.
So you know that all the A's and all the B's are going to go together opposite each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've set the machine so it's going to give me a 1/4 inch seam.
Now, this machine, who do we know that's got this machine?
I've got one now.
Yes, because when Lucy was on yesterday, when she first started, she went, I love this machine. And her family clubbed together and bought it for her. And now you've bought it as well. This is the 680.
Yes.
The Elna 680. If you go to the website, you can have a look at all the machines, but this one's the Elna 680.
Well, my sewing machine it's been playing up for a while, and then using this one here, the difference was so obvious, and I couldn't resist. So.
Well, I also think that my old machine at home is a Benina, right? And it's something I've had for donkey's years. The other day, I had to make a 9-patch. It wasn't on air. You didn't miss anything. But it was to help with the screen test and everything. And I was amazed at how brilliant that machine is, because it almost did it for me. And my corners, every single corner matched. It was just, I'm not saying the machine will match your corners, but like we turned it through and it was like, oh my goodness, all of these, every single point matches. It was just so easy to use, really.
Yes, I'm not even, it's so smooth and quiet, but also I put the binding on that with the machine, and it's the best binding I've ever done, and I'm sure that's not me, but I don't know what it is about the machine.
The thing is, all the Elnas we sell are really, really good quality, depending on which stage you want to go for, but this one and the 730 are both amazing.
So I'm just stitching along one and then going straight on to the next one, so these are together in a chain, linked by the thread.
Adele's message in, she said, stunning quilt, got to go to work now, see you later on YouTube, lots of love, Adele. Adele, you can also watch, if you've got Sky, you can watch it on Sky later as well. I was sitting at home yesterday watching me sell fabrics. It's not a pretty, I've never, I don't really watch myself yesterday, and I normally, and I was like sitting there like, like that, kind of like a bit shocked.
So there we go, there's a 4 ready.
Right. Oh,
and then I've turned the iron on, but I'll do these ones
I'll get it
as well.
For you. Yes, if you're new to us, I am the iron. Oh no, I'm not allowed to do Joe's ironing. Only because once I messed it up completely, and you should have seen the face that Joe pulled when she was like, oh, that's not working. And then she realised because I ironed it wrongly, pressed it wrongly. So I'll just leave those there for Joe.
I'm not a control freak, honest.
Well, no, I wrecked your whole block, if you remember. Was it a feather or an arrowhead or something like that? So now, in the real world, real life, what colour would you be stitching this in?
A neutral thread.
Neutral thread, not red.
Not red, no. And I'm just selecting to keep them, I mean, you can pair them up if you want to keep certain fabrics together. I'm just doing them randomly.
Right. But that's, in a way, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Well, because I am a bit of a control freak, it's really nice. I have to deliberately, because if I didn't make the conscious decision beforehand, I would just pair them up.
Oh, I see.
So I have to make the conscious decision.
While you're stitching those, because we're just stitching straight lines, not missing anything, I'll just show you quickly the book, because we haven't got through the book. Lots of you coming in for this. Well, it's brand new to me. It's only the second time it's been on air. £23.99. It's Quilt Traditions by Devon Lavigne. Excuse me. 12, a striking... Well, I had a friend called Devon, but it was a boy, and this is a girl, you see, so that's what threw me. Anyway, look, here are the projects. Visual reference to your contents within the book, so you can see or straight away which look you want to go for. And yeah, well, exactly, like I just said, these are all done very, very traditionally. But imagine if you put that into like yesterday's bundle, the rainbow bundle. Yes, they can imagine how different they're going to look if you put them into the rainbows or whatever. So anyway, then we've got just an introduction about techniques and tools and everything, and then Bébé à la mode. Yep, French, that one. Club Night, which is the one we're doing now. I wonder why it's called Club Night. I have to look that one up, won't I? Then we've got all the instructions. Honeymoon. Oh, now look, they're courthouse steps. And now even I'm learning so much in the year that we've been here. They're lovely. They're really lovely. So that's then we got Kiss me, honey, honey, kiss me. I love that one. Beautiful. All the instructions, I'll keep going. Oh, these are beautiful quilted. Oh, and all the templates, look, all the templates you need. Little black dress, LBD. Oh, do you know what? That's lovely. But can you imagine them in all different colours as well? Oh, here you go. That's Hannah's one. She says, I'm not a housewife, John. For those of you new to me, Hannah's my producer. It's her voice I just hear whittering in my ear all the way through the show. You'll get to know her, and sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll hear her as well. This one's Peppa. Now we've done that shape, that one with that's like a snail's trail, isn't it? We've done with Lucy, that one. Keep going. Potion. Potion. I love the names. The Mister. The Mister. Do you know what? I bet Marcia makes that for her husband. She already made him one quilt for his birthday. The Oath. Oh, they're lovely, these quilts, aren't they? And then Thrift Shop Junkie. Oh, I'm presuming that one's made out of lots of scraps then, if it's called a Thrift Shop Junkie. 25. I wonder why that's called. Didn't Adele do a song called 25? An album called 25? Oh, was it 21? Her, sorry, I'm adding years to her. And then, oh, there she is. There's Devon. Hello. Right, fantastic book. Really, really lovely book. Oh, sorry, I just used Joe's book, so it was on the page. Right, so have you got all of your
yes.
triangles together?
I'll give them a press.
Yes, please.
And it says which way to press the seams.
Does it?
It does.
What? So are they all different? Are they all the same?
Well, it's press towards the red C triangles. So the printed ones, I'll press these ones. And this says press towards the B triangle, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give those a press. And you can keep them. I've snipped them apart now. But if you find it easier to keep them in a chain when you press them.
Oh, while you press them.
And then snip them afterwards.
Oh, hang on, let me move the book because we can't see. There you go.
I'm just going to...
Right, so why do you press them flat first like that? That's
just to set the stitches. Mm-hmm. And then I'm just going to give that a press to that side.
So the one Joe's using is called the Winter Bundle, which is the fabric she's seeing Joe actually use at the moment. And the one's on the wall is the other bundle. I'll show you that in a second. Have a look quickly at the bundle while Joe's ironing those. There's the bundle, 14 metres of fabric, £175. Quilters Guild of the British Isles of fabric. Plus some Macawa solids in there as well, that we are basic stock. Now, also, I suppose you could make it different because you could have cut... At the moment, you've got all your zigzaggy triangles go with the zigzag going in one direction, but you could cut it with some going in the opposite direction as well.
You could. Yeah.
Well, Deborah sent in a message. Can you see from there? Do you know what? Lucy's been in for 2 days. She forgot her glasses. She forgot her glasses, her watch, her ring, and her necklace.
Oh no.
I know. Goodness knows what she was doing. And we got lots and lots of messages because we've never seen Lucy's eyes, have we? Because she wears those great big glasses. I haven't got any messages on my machine. Oh, great to watch us on TV because obviously people who've got Sky have had to watch us on the internet on the thing up till now. Okay, Deborah said, I'm really glad you're only on for 4 hours, John, because I get nothing done. I'd get nothing done if you're on all day. The thing is, Deborah, what are you going to do when we go to 12 hours? Because eventually we'll go to 8 hours, then go to 12, I'm presuming. Oh, right, she rang the call centre at 6:30 in the morning and she said they're brilliant even then. They are. I have to say, this call centre here is one of the best call centres I've ever worked with. Thank you for letting us know that. Any questions you've got for Joe as well, just send them through. Oh yeah, new to Sewing Quarter and loving it. Desperate for the budgies later, but at work, so I'll be watching the catch-up. Oh, they're gorgeous, aren't they? All of Joe's animals are fantastic. Today we just got the budgie. You haven't seen the cat yet? I don't know where the cat's hiding, actually. Yeah, well, it was either chasing after one of the other budgies or run away because the dog's on the set. But thank you, welcome, Sue.
So when I made the quilt, I did all of these and pressed them, film on, pressed them and then trimmed them.
Did you do your ironing with the film on then? I thought we were normally on your telly.
No, it's in the evening. Of course.
Yeah, we're on in the evenings now, though, aren't we?
Well, I didn't realise that.
Yes. Have you got to use Sky or Freeview then?
Sky.
Oh, there you go. So you can put us on any time you like and you'll never escape from us. In fact, you could go home tonight and watch this.
I will do.
Yeah, no, she won't.
I've never seen myself.
Have you never? I don't like watching myself either. But before we opened, they did some teaser shows for Sewing Quarter on our sister channel, which is Jewellery Maker, and Hayley and I, who then both by then knew that we were coming to work here, tuned in one night. And Derek, you know Derek with upside down ears, he was presenting, and we saw the one where you made a bag. And Joe looked so nervous. And Hayley and I were texting each other going, oh, look, isn't she lovely? Isn't she lovely? And then at the end, you didn't show any emotion till the end. And then you just smiled, and that really lovely smile at the end. And we're like, oh, she's all right. But you were a bit kind of... And now, answers back, she arrives late, does whatever she wants to do.
So cheeky.
Yes, you are.
That was terrifying.
Can I ask what you're doing, then?
Now, I've done these... blocks. We need them to be 3.5, and it says in this as well, trim them to 3.5 inches, just in case, because it's easier if they all measure exactly the same.
Yes.
It's easier to put them together and easier to match the points up.
Of course. Now, if you're new to quilting, maybe you'd like this little bundle we've got, because we've got the rotary cutter, we've got the little ruler, and we've got the cutting mat. Because obviously, if you use a rotary cutter, you've got to have a cutting mat. All three of those by Alpha. Got to put them. Well, they've put them together in a bundle. We haven't put them together in a bundle. You can get all three. Now, it's really funny because they go £38.99. I'll show you still in a second. But when we came in this morning, we said to Joe, because all the designers choose their sewing machine and choose their tools and everything, and she said, because this is the one you use at home, isn't it? This rotary cutter, but yours is a different colour apparently.
It is.
But there's the exact same rotary cutter that Joe used home. That's what you get. That comes in a bundle like that. Premium quilt making kit, £38.99. Yeah, so now, if you are new, it's just one post and packaging. So if you've already ordered the bundle, say, and you think, I could do with that, and then you order something later on, it's still 1p&p for the whole day. Also, if you buy a sewing machine, right? Great big heavy sewing machine. Well, they're not that heavy, but you know, like it doesn't cost £2.90. If you went to the, I don't know, no, I'm not going to even go into it. But if you went to the post office with a sewing machine, they're not going to go, oh yes, John, that's £2.95 to send that. Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
And to trim these up as well, the rulers have that 45-degree
angle. Oh, so you can line
that up as well
with your seam.
And that really helps. You'll then get your points.
Yes.
Because that's where the difficulty lies in this, I think.
So you're not actually cutting much away. All you'd like there, it was just a sliver of the fabric, wasn't it? You're literally just straightening it off so it's a perfect square.
Yes. I mean, these came out pretty well, actually. So I'll just trim away the Dog ears.
Okay.
There we go.
You have to do all of these?
Yes. Should I leave that?
No.
It's
Keep
not-
going. You keep going. Shall I
I'll
do
try and speed
bundles?
up.
Because we don't need to sit and watch you cut all of them. Okay. What I'll do is come with me, and we'll have a look at bundles while Joe's doing that. Or need the book. So. Oh, I've also got something else to show you here when I'm over on this side. Very quickly, we'll go back to Joe. Don't worry, you won't miss any of the sewing. She's just literally trimming off all of her squares. The bundle that's on the wall is this one. 14 metres of fabric. Now, maybe you want to do one of the other ones in the book. Maybe you think, maybe you've already got club night. But you know what I mean? In this bundle, you get 14 metres of gorgeous fabrics. Half a metre, half a metre, half a metre, you see that these are spectrums. These are all by Macawa, these ones, and then these are Lewis and Irene. And then gorgeous kinds. All of those, you get half a metre of all of those. Then you get a metre of the stone spot on. That's by Macawa. A metre of the cameo linear. A metre and a half, I think that one is. Yep, of teal. Then the coral. 2.5 metres, and then 4.5 metres of the aqua. 14 metres, have a look at it there. 14 metres in total. Colours are beautiful, aren't they, all those together. 14 metres of fabric for 100. Oh, right now. You see, I said this when we launched on Sky. Already, what time is it? 8:38, right? There's less than 20 of those left now. Less than 20 of those bundles left already. Then, if you love this one, this is the one that Joe's using at the table at the moment. These fabrics, all the pattern fabrics in here, by the Designers Guild of the British Isles. 100% cotton, machine washable, 44 inches wide. So you get half a metre, half a metre, half a metre. That's pretty, that's a big one. Half a metre. Red robin, my favourite, the red, gorgeous one there. Now, that's a Macawa solid in the red, half a metre. Now, blue robin, you get a metre of blue robin. Then I've got the baby blue, which is a metre. Then I've got Jane, that's a Macawa solid, that one. Then I've got Jane, a metre and a half of that one. I only know that's called Jane because when I did this fabric last time, Jane Alcock was on. And then this one here isn't Margaret, it's Catherine. And you get 2.5 metres of that. And then this one here, you get 4.5 metres of the marine, isn't it? Is it marine? Marine blue, there you go, yeah. There it is, all of those fabrics, 14 metres for £175. The book is proving incredibly popular. I'm not surprised, I love it. In fact, you know what, I might buy this book if there's any left. Well, it matches my shirt, it goes into my shirt. £23.99. Quilt Traditions by Devon. Now, there are 12 projects, not even £2 a project, look. I remember you pay 1p for the whole day. Now, while I'm over here, that is gorgeous. It's full of traditional, beautiful, beautiful traditional box. While I'm over here, I've also got this to show you. This was a special that we had. Quite limited on this bundle. You get 32 threads and the thread stand. Like a stadium of threads, isn't it? They're all Gutermann. They're all, I haven't got my glasses, I think they're all 100 metres, aren't they? Yep. 32 of them for £59.99. Do what, sorry? £59.99. Okay, let me go back. So have you trimmed them all up now? Oh, perfect time.
I have. Get rid of all my... There we go.
Right, so what's the next stage then?
And the next stage, I've cut out the square
For the centre?
centres, and then arrange the blocks. It says an AB, which is, that's a B, isn't it? So that goes that way. And then
So
a
you're
CD.
basically you're following the pattern that they've created in the book for you. The other thing I need to tell you, if you are new to us, putting something in your basket does not guarantee that you've got it. You need to check out. So if you know you definitely want something, you need to check out, which is why we brought in the 1P&P for the whole day, so you can check out as many times as you want. But basically, if we've got 100 books left and 120 people put it in their basket, the first 100 that check out, they'll say, congratulations, congratulations. The last 20 will just say out of stock, even though you've thought you'd put it into your basket, thought you got it. It's not yours till you've either checked out or you've spoken to the call centre. Right, oh, that's nice.
There we go. I think that I've laid that out correctly. And then sew them together.
Can we do, I've seen it, yeah, done. Sew them together. Now, how do you sew yours together then?
I sew it in a strip of three, and then I join them together.
Okay, brilliant.
You might not want, this is a jumble of the different printed fabrics.
Yes.
I've not pressed these two. Where did I put
but
them?
you can do, it's not, they're just giving you a suggestion. You can move your fabric, if you see one of these half square triangles, you think, oh, I really don't want that one there. Or like Joe's doing here, you want all the points of the stars to be the same.
There we go.
Yeah, you haven't pressed it.
I haven't pressed these two. I just did them quickly so you can see a star where they're all the same.
Yeah.
And you could even do that. Keep these fabrics all the same as well.
If you wanted to,
It's however you prefer them laid out, really. You do want, it might be nice where they're all the same fabric, but then different, sort of scattered about.
Yes, exactly. Right, okay. Shall we move on to the other
Should we do the other block?
Because
Okay.
all you do to finish that block... Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, that's that block done, isn't it? The three rows sewed together, because the other one's a block plus a border, isn't it? So let's do the other block now as well. Okay. So that was the star block, and now what we're going to do is the half square, what they call the half square block, which is this one here. Oh, you got a close-up of it already? So there you go. So it's two big half square triangles, and then that lovely border, the coral and the teal border around it. Okay. Again, it tells you in the book, doesn't it, how to cut them out?
Yes. And for the one I've made, I chose one of what I grouped together as the assorted red prints.
Right.
So I've used this for these sections, but I used that because I thought it was quite a bold colour.
Now I've noticed they're all the same. You've used the same fabric on all of these. So you haven't,
those, yes.
So you haven't mixed and matched the big triangles. So the big squares are all the same fabric.
Yes, and I used the linear as the other side to it.
That's the bundle there, the £112.99 bundle, that one.
But for this one, I chose the strongest printed fabric that we used for the star blocks.
Yep.
And then one of the neutral prints as well.
Yeah.
And join those together.
This is winter, the one we're using here. Did you say there was a question, Hannah? Oh, Lynn. Oh, Lynn said, what's the 20% saving thing earlier? Joe's just sewing a straight line, so I'll tell you very quickly. It's for new buyers, Lynn. It's for brand new buyers. Oh, no, sorry, no, sorry, so I've got that completely wrong. This is for everybody. This one's for everybody, right? Now, it's only on web items. It's nothing that you see on the telly today, and it's only till 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's right, isn't it? And that if you're watching in the middle of the night, it's 4 o'clock on Wednesday, the 17th afternoon. But basically, it's brilliant. You spend £10 and get 5% off. Spend £20 and get 10% off, and spend £50. You need to put those different codes in. It's nothing that you're seeing on the telly today. It's just from the web shop. So if you go to our web shop on our website, you can see, there's loads. This is the brilliant time to buy your creative grid rulers and wadding and things like that. If you think you're always using wadding, go in and buy. Go in and buy? Can I just sit on my screen downstairs, down there, please, Timothy? So if you go in and buy a couple of waddings for say £60, £70, you get 20% off. For no reason, just spend and save. But it's nothing that you can see on the telly today. It's just the stuff that's in the web shop at the moment. It's fantastic for getting your basics, like your rulers, your wadding, anything like that you need. Right, sorry.
Okay, I've stitched these together. Now this is because these were squares that were cut out and then subcut. This is the bias.
Right.
So pin it, I just went for that one then.
I was going to say, I didn't see any pins come out then.
I know, so I didn't bring the pins with me, so.
All right, I need to press it.
So I'll give this a press.
So it's on the bias, so be careful not to stretch it.
Yes,
as well.
you could end up with one stretching more than the other, and then.
No, you're fine. Just pressing the same.
There we go. I think that's a trim up, but I'll just trim away the dog ears.
Yeah. I need to tell you, it's quite important, the spend and save that I just showed you, it excludes gift cards and it excludes anything electrical. But you're still wadding and rulers and things like that. Brilliant. Right. Okay, so we've got the half square triangle in there. No, it's not in the middle, is it? It's offset.
It's offset.
Okay.
And then when we were cutting out, there's some H strips and I strips. These are the slightly shorter ones.
Yeah.
I'll sew these together. Now, I'm not a big pinner, but I would always pin these, actually, because I always find out one just slightly moves and becomes longer, so I do pin strips. But then I'm not going to do
pins?
it. Are there any about?
Oh, no, someone's taking my pins.
Oh, is there one?
My emergency sewing kit, right, has been reduced to, how many do you need?
Oh, 2.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
That's perfect. It's an emergency fire bucket. All it's got in it now is 2 pins and a rotary cutter. I'll get that replenished. I think what it is people use them, they then take them into the other room, they get put away in the warehouse. Oh, no. And, oh, gosh, next week, I think it's next Friday, I'm doing a pattern cutting show on my own.
Oh.
I've announced I've got to do it now, haven't I? I took the book home last night for homework and I was messaging Wendy going, I'm just doing my homework, Wendy. Because I've got to do the prep and everything.
Have you?
Yes. I get quite excited, but I'm not going to have a real live model. I'm going to make them for the mannequin, I've decided.
So when's this Friday?
What day is it today? Not this Friday. Next Friday. I'm not in this Friday. I'm in off Thursday. I've been in for 6 days in a row now. Off for 2 days now, because you've got Amy. Then I'm in for 4 days. Then you'll meet Natasha. Then I'm in for 4 days, and then you'll see Natasha again. Oh, I don't need them. Oh, yes, I'll take them from you now. Thank you.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
No, it is really.
Oh, look, Chris is saying sorry. It's not Chris's fault. It's not hungover today. That makes a change. It's our floor manager of the day today.
I'm always causing problems.
Yeah, well, I did say Diva is your middle name, isn't it?
I haven't got one, but maybe that could be it.
You haven't got a nickname? No, Lucy was saying she hadn't got a nickname either.
Oh, no, I don't
I have too much respect for you, see. Oh, no, that means awful then, because that means I'm getting the ones to give nicknames to. No, I don't know. I'll have to think of something. You and Lucy are you the only two I haven't given nicknames to.
There we go. So I'll give these a press.
What's she looking for? Got 5 minutes left.
Okay.
Stop staring into space.
I'm just working out which one goes where, so if we're looking at them. Well, no, because I use different fabrics. I can't remember which is H and which is I.
Oh, now you know my lovely stadium of threads. It's called, there it is, right? 32 threads and the little stand. There's less than how many? Less than 5 already. I've only shown it once. £59 and 90. Oh, it's brilliant. You get 32 threads, all the different colours, and the little stand for £59.99. Right.
Okay, and when it comes to stitching these strips on, it is possible to do them the wrong way round. So it's good to have the book there.
Oh, okay.
So that's that way, and I want to join that onto the top. Have I got that the right way round? I have.
But some of them, are they all the same, and you just turn those round on point the other way then? You make all 1, 2, 3, 4, you won't make all 8 the same?
Yes.
And then you just twist them round differently because you've got those facing in and those facing in?
Yes.
Yeah. There's a close-up of them there. Right, okay, sorry.
Okay, so then I'll...
So now, I see.
Stitch this on.
You can stitch it wherever you want, but you have to make sure they're all identical. So
yes,
it's not going
possible.
wrong.
I almost stitched one on the wrong way around. It's have it with the stronger print in this bottom left-hand corner.
Right.
And then...
So what would happen if you did it that way round?
It would just change
it means
the look.
That this
it would just
one,
mean...
You'd have your pale one on the inside there and your
Yes.
dark one pointing out. Okay, fine. Oh, no, that's wrong.
Oh, it is?
Sorry, that's mine. So's that.
Is it?
That's how it was when... Oh, there you go. Sorry, that was it. Thank you.
So it is good to have the book there.
Yes, or me. You have me, when you're making this at home, you won't have me wittering on in the background.
But there are 8.
On the telly, if you've got Sky, you've got me wittering on in the background. I know that's frightening, because lots of people just have me on as background noise, apparently. I suddenly realised, when I watched it last night, I suddenly realised how fast I talk. And I text Hayley going, oh, I've got to learn to speak slow. And she said, oh, do you talk fast? And I was like, yes. And then I think, do I talk fast in real life? I'm getting faster apparently now, so I'll calm down again now. Oh, no.
And then I could press it, but I'll just go for it, that one. But the seam I'd press
yes, because
that way.
we've got a couple of minutes. We need to talk about the actual construction of putting the whole thing. We've got 2.5 minutes, so we need to discuss how the whole thing then goes together, if that's all right.
Okay, it goes together in strips, sort of diagonally, so that the blocks end up on point. So
this way, this is a strip. So this, because they're all on the straight, really, because you're going to put them on point. So that's one strip there. Then that's another strip there. And obviously that's another strip there. But it tells you in the book how to, oh yes, there. Look. So you lay them out in the book like this. In this. Okay. These strips here like this. You sew them together in those strips so you get the placing. So lay it all out so you know they're going in the right place. So
you lay them out. I actually joined the star blocks with one of these blocks in the centre. I did them in sets of 3 and then laid it all out. It's good to have a big bit of floor space and lay it out and do it like that. Otherwise,
and no cats and things like that.
No, yes, well the cat is a bit.
Okay, so you've laid it out, but then now the coral bits around the outside, are they more squares or are they bigger pieces? Are they still squares the same size?
These are squares.
Yeah.
And these ones are cut out. It's a large square, and then with the ruler, cut it that way to give 4 triangles.
Oh, okay. So that's for these sections there, there, and there.
Yes.
Yep. And then you've done a little triangle in the corner.
Yes.
And then you're binding. Sorry, I was jumping ahead to something else.
No, it just matches. It's the same fabric for the centre.
And as you say, you had some fabric left over, didn't you? So
I did, quite a bit.
Enough to make cushions and everything like that. And then you just used batting. I'll talk about batting later. I'll talk about batting in the middle, and then you backed it. And then now you've quilted it with slightly curvy lines on this one. I
did. If you want full-on curves and circles, you need to do free motion quilting. But I did this with the walking foot. And actually, if you're nervous about quilting, I just used this seam as a general guide, and I just did a wavy line all the way along.
Oh, okay.
So rolled it up, started in the centre, worked out, and then did the other way, and then flipped it round and did the
okay. Or you could just stitch
ones.
in the ditch if you wanted to, if you don't want to do curvy lines and things like that.
But it gives it a nice...
Oh, yes.
Sort of wavy.
The reveal. Grid. Oh, this is the next hour. This is the next hour.
Sorry, I didn't... Giving it all away.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Now, obviously, you can watch the repeat on YouTube or on Sky later to have a look at the more details. Right, you're back in an hour with a dog, a cat, and a budgie.
Yes, all fighting. They're all...
They're not fighting.
No, but dogs, cats, and budgies. I mean, it's hard to keep them.
Let's come to my house. Anyway, thank you, Jo. We'll see you in an hour's time. Right, quick roundup of the bundles. So, the book first. £23.99. Right now, lots and lots of you still got this in your basket. If you want it, please make sure you check out. It's less than, well, it's £2 a project, isn't it? £24. £2 a project, and they are gorgeous projects, these. I've never seen it before. It's the second time it's been on air. Very, very popular last time. Hugely popular today. I just love them. Look at this one. This one's called Kiss Me, isn't it, that one? I think that's beautiful. Look. Love that, love that, love that. Anyway, all these different projects in there, £23.99. Bundles. The one that was on the wall is this one here. Let me separate it from that one there. 14 metres of fabric you get here, £112.99. Half a metre. Oh, I've not got time. I thought I had a couple of minutes. Half a metre. Anyway, you get 14 metres in total, £112.99. And then the other bundle, which is one Joe was demonstrating with, this is the winter one. Really, really gorgeous Designers Guild of the British Isles fabrics, plus a mix of Macawa solids. All 100% cotton, all machine washable. Fabulous quality. Quilting weight. 14 metres. You got 14 metres for £175. And then, which one do you want, Hannah? Both of them. Okay, so the wadding I quickly mentioned. This one here is the warm and white. This is twin size, £19.99. Oh yeah, if you bought warm and white for us in the past, they've changed their packaging. The product is the same, just different packaging, £19.99. And then there's this one. So simple. Graphics coming in. Victoria, oh, there you go, £27.99, twin size again, but this one is the bamboo blend, the bamboo and cotton blend, that one. £27.99. Don't go anywhere, watch the adverts. I'll be back in 3 minutes with Victoria Peat. Meant to go to the web shop, I'll tell you about it in a minute. Victoria Peat is up after the break doing that gorgeous quilt you got a little glimpse of.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
If you shop with us for the first time between Wednesday the 17th of January and Thursday the 18th of January and spend £30 or more, we'll give you an amazing bundle of free gifts. The bundle includes the book How to Use a Sewing Machine by Marie Clayton. It's packed with essential information on how to choose and use your machine, plus dressmaking techniques and expert troubleshooting tips. You'll also receive our 23cm dressmaking scissors with stainless steel blades for precise cutting. A pack of 7 Gutermann Sewell threads is included too, in warm French cottage colours. These threads are ideal for both hand and machine sewing. Altogether, these gifts are worth over £30, completely free for you as a new customer. So be sure to search through our online store filled with sewing delights, or watch our shows to find your perfect new purchase from the 17th of January. But don't delay, this offer is only available while stocks last.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433. Email us at help@sewingquarter.com. Visit our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.
Join Jess Entwistle on Thursday as she makes this quirky cube bag from the book 25 Ways to Sew Jelly Rolls by Briony Greenberg. This fabulous pattern for a patchwork bag is simple to follow, but the finished bag makes the perfect new accessory for you or someone special. We'll have 3 stunning fabric choices for you: Cave Facet's Bright Island Fat Quarters pack, Sun Prints from Alison Glass in blue and red, and Classic Neutrals by Liberty and Tim Holtz. So settle down at 9 a.m. on Thursday the 18th of January for an hour of Jess's expert tuition, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Follow us on Twitter for more inspiration, top tips, news, and share your own creations with us.
Always keep an eye out on the adverts because they change daily. Bex, who makes all our adverts and promos, everything, she's very busy upstairs, change them. Right, now, before we start with Victoria Peat, I need to tell you about a couple of things. First of all, we have this, just going till 4 o'clock today, which is Wednesday the 17th, just till 4 o'clock today, we have a spend and save deal for you, really. Now, this is only on items bought from the web shop, nothing off the telly. It's just from the web shop. Now, to get to the web shop, you go to the website, www.sewingquarter.com. Go to up to the top left-hand side, it says shop. You click on there, and anything you see in the shop, apart from gift vouchers or electricals, today until 4 o'clock, if you spend £10, you get 5% off by adding the code SAVE5. If you spend £20, you get 10% off, add the code SAVE10. And spend £50 or more and get 20% off, put the code SAVE20 in. Now, what I'm thinking you should do, obviously, you can't, it's not for anything that you see on the telly today, and it's not on electricals and not on gift vouchers, but if you love creative grid rulers, or if you love wadding, I mean, we've shown a couple of waddings today. They won't be there, but there are hundreds to choose, well, not hundreds, it's many, many, many to choose from on the website. Quilt as you go. This could be your chance. If you've always thought, quilt as you go, right, for 6, you get 6 in a bundle, right? You think, I've always wanted to have 24 of them. It'll take you over £50, you get 20% off. Or if you're stash building for your fabrics, you know, on our website we have, some Makawa solids, we have the spot-ons and everything like that. Go to the website, have a look at all of those colours and see there, 20% off if you spend over 50. It's brilliant, it's brilliant. Right, the other thing I've got to tell you about this hour, Victoria is about to use a machine, the Elna 730EX, right? We've got a special deal. We've got a special deal with this machine. Now, on a normal day, the machine costs £1,699. But today, look what you get. So, and it's only today, it's 8 till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So 8 o'clock on Thursday morning, this will stop. This will stop. So if you buy that machine now, I'll tell you more about the machine in a second, right? You also get a Cafe Facet fat quarter bundle. You also get some sewing quarter pinking shears, and you get Stuart Hillard's 100 quilts using scraps, sew blocks, and make. Loads and loads of projects in that book. So I'll just show you here. This is what you get, right? This is what you physically get. If you buy that machine today until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, you get all of this for free. All of that for free to go with it. I know it's fantastic, isn't it? Right. Have a look. I'll tell you more about the machine is brilliant. For those of you who don't know, it's got a much deeper throat. So if you're a quilter and you want a deeper throat on your machine, it's fantastic. Right, shall we have a look at the picture of the quilt? This is what Victoria's going to be making. It's lovely, isn't it? Now I've got 3 bundles for you to make that quilt with. The thing is, oh yes, I say this every time we do a bundle, you might just love the bundle and think, well, that's lovely, Victoria, thank you very much indeed, but I'm not making that, I'm going to make something else. So what we've done is we've created 3 bundles for you. This bundle, first of all, is to create as close to the one that hangs on the wall behind us during the show as possible. So this is all made with different fabrics, half meters and a little bit more of the background fabric there. So in this one, you get half a meter, 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 half a meter. I know what's added up to, so for 1, 2, 3 meters. Then I think this one is meter of the slate and 1.5 meters of the glacier grey. And you get the instructions as well. You get the very thorough instructions by Louisa Galt, I think it was, wasn't it? I'll have a check in a minute. You do get the instructions as well. So that's as close, yeah, Louisa Galt, I was right. That's as close as we get. The instructions are fantastic. Let me just show you. You get these in the bundles, right? The instructions are fantastic. Look, templates and everything. There's Louisa. And the finished thing. So what we've done is that was the quilt that Louisa made. We have tried to recreate those fabrics as close as possible if you like that look. However, you might want to make it in different colours. And we've done 2 bundles for you to make it. Now, Victoria is actually going to be demonstrating one of these. In fact, it's this one that Victoria is demonstrating. So I'll show you this one first. So what you get in this one, fabric-wise. Oh, I was going to do the fabric first. But I'll do the, okay. Cave bundles. I was going to show you that last. But there you go. Look. One of his newest collections. This is the cloud. Now, you see this, right? Cloud in magenta, right? This is a fat quarter. This was in Miss It, Miss Out yesterday. We're sold out of this now. So and we're not getting it again. So basically, the only way, if you love this fabric now, is to get it in a fat quarter, in this bundle. Now, you're not getting half meters in this one. You're not getting half meters, but there is enough fabric. We're not going to do a bundle that doesn't have enough fabric, are we, to make a whole quilt? You have got enough fabric to make the quilt with the fat quarters there. Anyway, so let me just do that. So that's it's a six-piece fat quarter called Sunspell, right? And then with that, you get these two fabrics. Deep orchid, 1/2 meter, and 2.5 meters of the Mercury, plus the instructions, £49.99. Okay? And then I've got this one, which now I know I'm not allowed favourites. But I love this one. I love this. This is another cave. Remember the cave Delft in the yellow? And then we have those crazy flowers. We've got the trefoil one, which we love. Then we've got the stripy one. And then we've got the clouds in gold, cloud flowers in gold. So you get that fat quarter, 6-piece fat quarter. Then what you get is sunshine, I'm thinking this is sunshine, 1/2 meter in the spot on, and 2.5 meters of cornflower, plus the instructions. There's the bundle. Yeah, I'll go across and see Victoria now, because we've got to get on.
We do.
Hello.
Hello.
Mwah.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I haven't seen you for ages.
I know, it's been ages and ages.
You've obviously been very, very busy.
I've been very, very busy.
Now this is using one of the others. This is using the first one I showed you with the grey and the magenta. How beautiful is it? This is obviously only a quarter of it. And
Beautiful
Victoria's going to
colours, aren't
finish
they?
the rest of it.
I'm just going to whiz it up now.
Because this isn't for somebody who's in a hurry, is it?
No,
This
it's not.
This isn't something you think, oh, I'll just whip that up one afternoon.
No, it's not a whip it together.
It's a project.
Yeah, it is a project, and you take your time over it, enjoy the process, and come up with something really beautiful at the end.
But it's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's really lovely.
I mean, it looks gorgeous in those colours.
Yes, it does.
But I'm not allowed favourite. I love cave fabric anyway. So the two bundles are just gorgeous.
They're really
aren't they?
nice, and these are nice because they really pop the colours.
Yes,
It's so
exactly.
bright, especially against the neutral background.
So
Very
we've
lovely.
made a quarter of it.
Yes.
Oh, you've made a quarter of it. I can't
You were
think
there in spirit.
Should we do that? Should we do that now?
Yes, let's.
We've got this little magic trick. Now we haven't practiced this, so anything could happen.
Let's see.
Oh,
sorry, bash you in the nose.
That's all right.
Let's see.
Yeah. Just so you can get an idea. Just so you can get an idea of what the whole. I need to pull that one out a little bit.
Kind of.
Like
How
that.
about if we lift
Lift
I hold
lift
here.
it there. It's just to give you an idea. There, that's the best we can do.
That's
There
it.
you go. So it gives you an idea of what that finished quilt will look like. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it?
So bright.
Right.
Love
But
it.
there's lots to do. So I'm going to
Yes.
let you get on and show us how. Where do we start?
So this is essentially an English paper piecing based project.
Right.
And a bit of hand quilting, and I cheated a bit, saved some time and did some applique by machine.
Did
That you
you?
could do by hand.
Of course.
It's up to you. But where you start is you've got your instructions,
Yeah.
nice step-by-step instructions, and it's been designed by a lady called Louisa Gould. Hi, Louisa.
Oh, do you know
I
Louisa?
said I'd say hello. No, I
Oh.
don't know her, but we've met through Instagram.
Oh, okay. Oh,
As modern relationships
I
are.
know.
But I said I'd say hi to Louisa
Oh.
because she's made
Beautiful,
it
we
really
love
beautiful,
it.
and she's over the moon that we're getting to show it to everybody.
Brilliant.
So she's really pleased.
Excellent.
So in the instructions, you've got lots of lovely, nice step-by-step instructions to take you through the process. So if it's something that you haven't done before, don't be worried.
Yes.
Because you've got everything here. You've got how to make your templates, how to baste your pieces, how to join them together, and how to attach them onto your background. So that's all in there for you. Some information about binding and doing some hand quilting, and then you've got all your templates here. So we are now going to start on. Would you like to read that,
She's got a
Louisa?
lovely smile, hasn't she,
does.
Louisa? Oh, I said Gould. I put a D. I didn't have my glass on over that side. It's Goult with a T. I'll just tell you, she's from So Motion, a regular contributor to Love Patchwork and Quilting. making and designing quilts since she was a teenager. Well, that can't be very long. You don't
Very
look much older
recent.
than a teenager. Oh, after a round-the-world trip in her 30s. Oh, I've got no sympathy for her now. Round-the-world trip in her
Sympathy out
30s,
the
love quilting
window.
was reignited and she discovered the wonders of rotary cutting. Louisa launched her own website to inspire those who have moved on from the beginning stage and want to develop their skills. Oh, that's good. She has, so you can find her, somotion.com. Oh, well done, Louisa. It is beautiful, we love it. Right, I'll let you get on, sorry.
So in the back of the pattern, you've got all of your templates that you need in order to create the shapes. So you've got the inner circle that's made up from template A and B, the middle circle, or ring, if you like, made from templates C and D,
Right.
and then the outer ring, which is made from template E.
Oh, brilliant.
So what I need to do is I'm going to show you how you trace these off onto some plastic, template plastic, and how you add on your seam allowance.
Perfect.
Because you need the smaller template in order to make your papers for English paper piecing, but then you need to add on a seam allowance to cut out your fabrics.
Perfect.
So,
Rose is messaging saying, hello, Victoria, good luck with Sky. That's from
thanks,
Rosie. Thank you,
I
Rosie.
wonder if that's Rose. Might be Rose.
Oh, Rose.
It might be Rose.
Oh, Rose. I'll tell you later.
Right. Okay, so let's choose a template just for fun and fancy.
Okay, so we sell this plastic sheeting here, which is a template.
Template plastic.
Template plastic. Plastic sheet,
Basically,
template plastic. £2.50. £2.50. There is also one with a grid on it.
Which is here.
Oh, you've got that one. There you go. So if you want to go do freehand, not freehand, but just tracing through, then go for the clear one like that. If you want to draw your own and get measurements and proportions right and everything, then this one's very good because that's actually got all the squares. Like pattern paper, pattern cutting paper, it's got the squares on for you to be able to guide your angles
that will
and
help
things
you
like that.
get that
lovely.
right. So with the curved ones, make sure you don't trace off too close to the outer edges because remember you've got to add your seam allowances on.
So these templates, no seam allowance on the
no seam
actual
allowances.
templates.
These are for the papers, not for the cutting of the fabric. So when you've got your plastic in place, trace over with a pencil.
Are you just using a pencil?
I'm just using a pencil, mostly because I can't trust myself not to go wrong somewhere along the lines.
I do need to warn you that every time we show this plastic template sheeting, it sells out, whether it's on the roll, whether it's in the piece like this or in the packet, they always sell out.
It's really great for when you're doing larger projects where you're cutting similar shapes over and over again, and also good for when you're looking to fussy cut fabric, because obviously you can see through it.
See the fabric through, yes.
See through it. Okay.
So
I've cut that out. Let me see. I've got a piece of paper somewhere just to pop underneath.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Just so that you can see, because I don't think you can see that terribly well on the.
Brilliant. So you've literally just drawn around it with a pencil.
Drawn around it with a pencil. Now you need to add on a seam allowance. You can be a bit more rough when you cut out your fabric. You don't have to be totally exact, but the less extra fabric you have, the less bulky it's going to be.
Can I ask you haven't cut this out or anything?
No, I haven't cut that out. I've just drawn it.
Right.
So now I'm taking a quilting ruler and I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. You can use either a 1/4 inch seam allowance or a 3/8 of an inch.
Oh, okay.
That depends on your personal preference, how you like to do your English paper piecing.
Yes, because most quilters do use 1/4 inch, don't they?
It is, but quite often in English paper piecing, people like to use a little bit extra, be a bit more generous.
Nice to know.
So this is a technique, and I don't know how other people do it, but this is a technique that I learned when I was doing pattern cutting to add on centimetre and a half or whatever. So I'll take the ruler and make sure that you find out where your 1/4 inch line is.
On this ruler, you've actually got a 1/4 inch line. That line there is your 1/4 inch line.
Yes, this solid line. It makes it really easy with this one. And this is a good size to use because it's small, it's not too unwieldy, and it's not too wide. So I just make sure that this black solid line is up against the line that I've just drawn. And I'll gradually work my way around drawing longer lines, which might seem really daft, but as you go round, it creates...
It's like spirograph, you won't remember, you're not old enough, but like when I was little, you used to have these 2 plastic cog things, and one would stay still, and then you'd put a pen in a hole in the other one, and it would draw straight lines, but in effect, it's going to draw the elliptical...
It creates that shape for you.
Oh, apparently it was relaunched. Launched when all these children here were... Oh, look, it makes you perfect.
So that gives you a solid line.
You see, because when I make patterns and add my thing, I get my seam allowance to go quarter, quarter. Then I've only got a dotted line. It's not a smooth.
That gives you a much
it's
smoother
brilliant.
line. And then you can do the same thing on the inner curve.
We need to invent one of those rulers for dressmaking as well, with an inch, 5/8 of an inch one on, don't we?
Yeah, I just used, I used to have I still do have, a big dressmaker's set square, an acrylic set square that's got all these seam allowances on it.
A message from Lucy in Dorset. Morning, John. Watching from my hospital bed after spinal surgery yesterday.
Good grief.
Got a few nurses watching now on their breaks. And when they go home, I'm presuming they're going to, when they go home, they'll be able to watch on Sky. I've lost the rest of your message, Lucy, but get well soon, my love. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, that sounds quite drastic.
I know. When my mum was in hospital, they had the tellies, right? And you had to keep pumping 50p's into the telly.
Yes, I went to a hospital once that was like that.
It's like you're halfway
spend
through
a
watching
fortune.
Coronation Street. So, oh, he's got another 50p, got another 50p. Anyway, that's
Okay.
fantastic. Now,
So
that
there
is
you
a
go.
brilliant tip.
That's a really good way of using your smaller ruler that you didn't know you needed.
Yes, no, exactly. Well, I'd look at it and go, well, it's a ruler. Or I don't do quilting, I don't need that. But even if you do any sort of template work, that is brilliant, isn't it? $5.99.
And like I say, it's not as big as your traditional quilters rulers
exactly.
that you would have if you were
Yes,
starting out. You'd buy
you've got
something
the-
like the 24x6.
Exactly.
You can do it,
but you're
my
going to be
word.
twisting around like
Yes.
that, aren't you?
Now, what I would do then is I would just take a marker pen and go over those lines. Because now that you've got your outside line, you can cut on that one and then you go on the inside.
Right, okay.
And for that, I just use a standard sharp pair of paper scissors.
Okay.
I don't use my fabric scissors.
Oh, no, you can't use just make scissors on it.
But I do go over with a marker pen because as you go, you can accidentally rub and smudge that.
Yeah, smudge it.
So the
so now, would you, because you say one is for the fabric and one is for the cardboard template or whatever you make the template. So do you cut one out with the seam allowance and one out without the
Yes,
seam
you've got
allowance?
choices. You can do one with and one without, or what you can do is, I've done on a previous show, is where you actually, these are the templates that I've done for all of the shapes, is that with a craft knife and an old cutting mat of sorts, you can cut out the inside line. So that you've got almost...
Because we sell not these.
Yeah, the clover ones.
Yes, the hexes and the triangles, which have got one and the inside's free. So the inside side is your cardboard size and the outside side is your fabric
so you can
size.
then use that to trace around onto paper, then cut out all your paper pieces for wrapping and use the outside edge for the fabric.
June says, morning, John and Victoria. Love that
June.
technique for adding quarter of an inch onto curves. Lots of love from June in Eastbourne.
Yeah, it's a good one. And like I say, use it for dressmaking as well.
Oh, and it is rosy, apparently.
Oh, it is. Right. Okay, so I've got all of the templates.
Yep.
They're all now ready. You can now use these to cut out your fabrics.
Okay.
So
now, how do you decide which fabrics you're going to put in which? Was it just, you just sat and placed, did you?
Yeah, I did, but I chose this one in particular because template E was quite large, and these designs on the fabric I thought were really lovely. And it seemed a bit of a shame to not use the swirls, the snail shells, if you like.
Oh, okay, so you've only cut
So I've sort
couple
of
out, yes.
Yes, because I only needed 3
Yes,
to
of
do the
course.
quarter. So, but I've placed those over
now,
the middle of the shells.
I was going to say, have you been wasteful? But what you've done is you fussy cut it, haven't you?
Yes, I fussy cut those. The rest of
Yes.
them I've not really fussy cut as such. But I thought those would be nice
But this
over.
is where the template plastic is ideal because you can see exactly where you're cutting out.
And I did a show the other day where I showed more precisely how you would fussy cut. These prints, not so much because they're a tighter, more overall print. But sometimes when you've got, I had little birds, I think it was an art gallery fabric, and I did a block keeper, and I showed how you would trace those birds to make sure that you get the same every time.
Yes. But this one, it's up to you. But that is lovely, the way that you've cut those with, like you say, with the others, like the floral. Doesn't matter, does it? But when you've got a pattern like that, it's lovely that echoes the shape
to get
of
that
that
shape
thing. Yes,
into
exactly.
that. I did fussy cut a little bit on the
Trefoil.
zigzags.
Oh, the
on the
zigzags.
Only in that I made sure that the zigzags were all going in the same direction.
Oh, yes.
So they were all going sort
Yes.
of on an inwards path.
This is the bundle. This is the bundle that we're using for this one. Victoria's using for this one. So you get the pattern, you get the Cafe Facet fat quarter bundle, you get the Deep Orchid 1/2 metre and the Mercury 2.5 metres. Right.
Right, so I've got 2 little papers here. that I've pre-cut.
So,
shall we?
So that was the template that you just showed then for the big one there,
Yes,
cutting out there.
that's
So
the big
now
one.
that
So
one is
these
this
ones,
one.
yes, are for the middle, and I've got them here as well.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah.
Just to show you, this is what
This
the
is
inner
such a
ring
you
looks
project,
like.
isn't it? Right, look at this one first here, because you've got that one laid out there.
So this one here is just the inner ring that I've
Yes.
done in actually the colours that I did the middle ring in,
Right,
just,
okay.
just for difference, just to confuse you, make it look a bit different. But I thought it'd be really nice. Just you could even take parts of the design, stick it in a hoop,
Yes.
make some lovely
Oh
hoop
yes,
parts. So
well,
it's quite
that's
a
what we
versatile.
need. Could you make about 6 more for us to go up here on
no
the wall,
problem.
please?
I'll do them in the next hour.
Yes, exactly. What's the I can see is there sellotape?
Yes, so I'll show you
Okay.
what I was doing there in a minute.
Right.
So
Oh,
first
sorry.
of all, that's all right.
No.
So first of all, I'll show you how to wrap the fabric around the papers because it's a little bit different to hexes.
Yep.
It's curved. And then I'll show you how I glue them together.
Brilliant.
So-
Hannah's intrigued
Ish,
upstairs.
intrigued.
yes.
We like intrigued. Right, John, choose a fabric. Choose 2
Oh,
fabrics.
actually, my Christmas present to Hannah
Yeah.
was a Kay Facet clamshell quilt set.
Ooh.
Right? And so she's going to have to do
She is.
fabric round curves. Right, what do you want me to do?
Choose 2 fabrics to go together. Doesn't matter which, because we're
Yes, exactly. There's only 40 minutes left. Hurry up, John. Only 2 fabrics. Right, I'll
Just
pick
2.
those 2 then.
Those 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off with...
So all these come in the bundle. All these fat quarters come in the bundle, and there's plenty of fabric to do it, isn't there?
Yes.
Even though
Yeah.
the other one is all half meters, whereas this one, these 2 have got fat quarters.
Okay.
Oh. Right.
So with these, you can put your... Yes, is that all right?
That's what it could be
See?
fun, 'cause we'll go upstairs. Into the upstairs camera.
Okay. So stick your template in place
Okay, we're just coming to you now. Hang on.
and just
Right, there you go.
draw around
So you're just using a pen.
a pen. Pen, pencil, fabric marking pen, whatever you like.
Yeah.
Because this bit essentially gets cut away. Draw around the outside.
Okay.
And then you can either use your rotary cutter. So if
Yes.
you've got
A small one.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would suggest using a small rotary cutter.
Yeah.
I'll just do that so
Okay.
I can move that out of the way. I would suggest using a small rotary cutter
Okay.
if you're happy.
But with a piece, yes, I suppose because Amanda Wyatt cuts out dress patterns with her rotary cutter, and I was like, you know.
Yeah, I use a combination. It depends on the pattern and how complex it is.
Yes.
But I sometimes use them. And it's good to have the little rotary cutter because the
Yes.
big one just doesn't get round
Yeah.
the sharp curves.
We sell them on our website, 18 and 28 millimetre ones on the website. Good morning, just turned on to see the fantastic tip for drawing on the seam lance on awkward shape. It reminded me of those pin and thread. Susie in West Sussex, then it runs off, pin and thread.
Oh, a mystery.
Curves.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so
That
that's
goes in a
one.
curve, does it? Anyway, and let me know the second half of your message, Susan.
Is it limited on number of characters or have we got a...
Sorry?
Why are the messages dropping off? Is that in
Oh,
there?
no, what happens is if you're at home and you're sending a web chat, at home you can carry on writing in the box as much as you want, but it actually cuts you off after 140 letters at my end. So that's why, and sometimes
right.
it cuts off in the most incredibly awkward place you go, and it's quite funny where it finished off. I need the things then, Hales. Hannah, if you want me to do that.
Okay. So I'll just trace around that one as well. Okay. And normally I wouldn't chop off because then you're wasting extra fabric that you don't necessarily have to waste.
No, of course. When you work, do you work in silence or do you have noise on?
No,
in the
I've
background?
always got the radio on.
Oh, radio.
Yeah. Or you guys.
Like Radio 4? No? Oh, no, when I was a pattern cutter, I couldn't have singing music on.
Oh, could you not?
Because I'd end up singing and not cutting pattern. I'd be in a room on my own, cutting all
Well,
the
yes, I
patterns,
think it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm having to think and calculate and do maths, then it's more like Radio 3.
Yeah. Oh, it's posh.
Bit
But
exciting.
you can't sing along to Radio 3.
No, you
is that
can't
why?
sing along to Radio 3.
I'm sure people can, but I can't.
No, I can't. But I can't watch TV normally.
No, I can't even
because
text
I end
when I'm
up standing
TV.
watching.
Yes, so do I. Or you miss something on the telly because you're busy texting. You're like, oh, what did Ian Beale just say to her? You know, you have to rewind and
Ian
things.
Beale, good grief. Are you an EastEnders fan?
I am. And a Jeremy Kyle fan. Anyway.
Right. So there are those.
Do you need the iron on for this hour?
No, let's wing it without
Okay,
it.
okay.
You would give
Yes.
them a bit of a best press.
Okay.
because that makes it easier for turning your...
Okay, so best press is, in my day, it was Robin Starch sort of thing, but best press is a brilliant spray that just, it's like a starch on your fabric, isn't it?
Go on, whack the iron on. Let's give that
Yeah,
a
I'll put the
press.
iron on, yeah.
It just makes it easier. Just for turning, particularly when you're dealing with the curves on English paper piecing, if you've got a bit of starch, it just helps go around your corners.
And also, if you get it, because you're going to be manhandling it, it stops the fraying quite so much as well. Doesn't stop it from fraying completely, but it stops it from being wasted.
And you've cut on the curve as well, so you don't want bits going
go on.
Oh,
I say. Hang on,
did you like the subtle hint? I'll just stay here.
Just have to wait for the iron to warm up. So it's all right to just press on best press with it.
Yes.
It's not going to mess up your iron or anything. There we go.
Okay, thank you very much.
That good enough?
Able assistant.
I'm not allowed to iron for Jo Carter.
Are you not?
No.
Can't be trusted. I didn't know that.
No.
I haven't been briefed.
She did this lovely feather cushion once, and she just pressed that for me, and I pressed it, gave it back to her, she cut it, and then she went, oh, and I pressed a little bit, and so where we'd cut a great big piece out of the...
I once altered something for someone.
Oh, no.
Had the iron on the wrong temperature.
Oops.
It's not good.
No.
Less said about that, the better.
Yes. Right, that glue pen, you're using so many things. The glue pen that Victoria's using, don't be frightened, it's bright blue, but it dries clear.
So I like to place a little dab on the paper piece, and then I can place that on top.
Yeah.
Particularly useful if you are fussy cutting. Then you can make sure that you've got your papers in exactly the right spot.
place, yeah.
But these aren't fussy cuts, so that's not so much of a problem. When you're using a glue pen, for anyone that hasn't used one, someone has been very naughty, and I'm very fussy. They've used this end on. When you use it end on, you get more clogging on the outside. But if you put it out and then put it more on an angle, it almost bevels the edges.
That's Lucy Brennan. That's Lucy Brennan. We'll have words with Lucy Brennan. I've got that glue pen in its packet here if you want to have a look. This is how it comes if you buy it, $5.99. Now, it comes with a refill. So it's got one in and it's got a refill. We also sell, if you've already got it and you've used both yours, we also sell the refills on the website. $5.99. Okay, all sorts of that. Lucy uses it just to hold things into place. Even when she puts a zip in, she puts it down the
it's
side of the
helpful,
zip
just
and things like that.
a little bit of tack.
Right, sorry.
So I run the glue around the outside edge, and you can see it comes out blue, but it does dry. And then gradually work your way around the edge, pushing the fabric over the edges
Over the paper.
Over the paper. And just make sure with the curve that you're following the line of the curve nicely.
Yes, because you say with hexes, you've just got a straight line that you just push straight across. But this, so I suppose you have to watch that because you know if you hem a skirt that's on a bias,
curve.
it does that.
Yes, it can wave.
Wave thing. So you have to almost be careful that doesn't.
Yeah, you do have to be careful just to make sure that you're following the line. So I tend to do a bit in the middle and a bit on the side, and then go back and push the bit in between. Yeah. It's almost like when you're easing in a sleeve head.
Yes,
is that you stick, I don't know about you, but I stick pins in certain places and
I
then
do
go
top,
back.
here and here, and then middle of that bit, middle of that bit, middle. Yeah.
Work your way around.
Yes.
Okay. So that's starting to come and show that shape.
Okay, what happened, because you've got...
The little dog ears, they sort of disappear at a later stage, this little dog ear here.
Okay.
So I've done an outside curve, now I need to do an inside curve. When you do the inside, we're just going to snip, and you snip in up, nearly up to the paper.
Now that's a very, very tiny curve that you're doing there. So you still even do it on a tiny curve as well as a, because this one will have a bigger curve on this one.
Yeah, and we'll do lots of snips on that one when we come to that one. So I've just done 2 snips, and then you can still lift up the fabric as you would do. And you can just see, hopefully, how those bits have just splayed open a little bit.
Yeah, we can really see that.
We'll
see on the big one.
It has, I promise you.
But then it looks really, really lovely and neat on there.
It looks lovely and neat.
Well, we're going to do it again on this one, so we'll show
we'll do this one. We'll do the outside curve first, because I find that easier. So Hannah, are you paying attention? Let's hope so.
Oh, yes, because this is what Hannah's quilt is like, the Case Facet quilt's like.
So I'll just go in the middle.
She'll have to come around to my house to watch on Sky. She hasn't got Sky.
Oh, she not?
No, she'll watch on YouTube later.
Actually, we've just stepped away from Sky.
Oh, just as we've launched on it.
I know.
Right, okay, so that's the big curve seems quite easy. The top curve seems quite easy.
Nice and easy. It's a nice, smooth curve.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back over on this side, and I'm going to snip on both sides, a few snips here.
Don't cut these out, just
No,
snips.
just snips are absolutely fine. Can you hear me holding my breath?
It's all right.
Can you hear me holding my breath?
Yes. Well, Hannah's holding her breath upstairs because she said, oh, would you not use little snippy scissors?
I do, but those weren't quite
Sharp
the
enough.
right shape.
But
They
also,
just didn't
I
quite
think
sit right
the
in my
more
hand.
experience, in the end, I used to use my tailor shears for everything. Do you know what I mean? I know you shouldn't cut threads with them, but I used to use them because you can
Should
get
you
so...
not cut threads with them?
No, never. We're
Really?
told never to cut threads with our shears.
But what's fabric made out of?
Well, no, exactly.
What's a thread? I don't know, I've never heard that.
No.
Oh, I use mine for everything. I've got a pair that kind of size that
Yeah.
are absolutely ancient.
Yes, mine are the old-fashioned, great big, heavy metal, all the completely metal, big, solid. Anyway, right.
Okay, so
then,
run a layer of glue along, and then you can just, like you do with any other shape, just lift and press. But by snipping into those curves,
Oh,
it
you'll be able to see it
allows
better on
them-
this one. There, definitely. There.
You can see how that splays out a little bit, and then that gives you a nice smooth edge.
Fantastic.
No,
So now, if you're doing a project like this, would you do all of your gluing all at the beginning, get everything glued, or do you just...
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sit and do all the gluing and get it all done. And then
Well,
I
yes, 'cause
sit
once
and
you
do all
start
the
the
stitching.
stitching-
But you could just do the inner ring.
Oh, yes,
So
yes,
you
yes,
could
yes.
just
So
do
each
it
part of the project, you can glue, then
part
sew,
part.
glue, then sew.
So there you go. You've got the outer edge and the two inner edges
That's
done.
so
We're just gonna-
clean, isn't it?
It's so really satisfying.
Yeah.
I love this part. And then on the base, you can't quite see it because you've turned over your seam allowance. See, this is where you don't really want to go any further than 3/8 of an inch on your seam allowance, because here you'll end up with too much bulk.
Yeah.
So on these, I snipped in, and I've actually, on mine,
Off.
just took that tiny little bit off.
Yeah.
And stick the little bit of glue on. And I don't...
You need to refill.
No, we're all right, actually.
And the glue's not like, there's a famous make of glue that you use, when you're sticking bits of paper together, and if you get it on your fingers, then you pick
Just
everything
pick
up. with
everything
it.
up.
It's not like that, is it, this glue?
No,
it's not as
it's not
sticky
so
as-
bad.
Yeah.
And if you can see, I'm not sure if you will be able to see, is I've just, using just the point, you can see how it's slightly
Yes,
beveling.
yeah.
And that saves you getting all the glue on here and wasting it.
I'll tell Lucy.
Sorry, Lucy.
That's right. Now,
love
is
you,
the next
really.
stage sewing?
Yes, the next stage is sewing.
Right, you just wait 1 second.
I
I've just
will
got to do
wait.
bundles, then we'll come back. You're not missing anything. Don't worry, you're not missing anything at all. I just need to do the bundles first of all. Oh, let me just get... Hang on. The bundle that Victoria's using is this one. Let me move those out of the way. So you get the Cape Facet, most popular by far, the one that Victoria's using there. So you get the 6 fat quarter bundle, you get the deep orchid 1/2 metre, and you get the grey Mercury 2.5 metres. So all of that plus the instructions, £49.99. Now the instructions do include all the templates, not the plastic templates, but the drawing of the templates in there, and all the instructions of how to put it together as well. Okay? Do check out your baskets, because you know, new buyers, it's not yours until you've checked out. The other Cape one, which is, I love, the yellow and blue one, again, you get a different Cape Facet fat quarter bundle, mainly yellows, if you look here, yellows and greens. Then you get 1/2 metre of the Sunshine Spot On, and you get 2.5 metres of the Cornflower Blue, plus the instructions. I'll just move those back so they don't fall off the table. £51.99. And then the one that we haven't really talked about, the one behind us, this is the one that we've got behind us that Louisa designed. There it is. We have done a bundle as close to that. So if you love that look, we've done a bundle. They're not the same fabrics. We've done a bundle as close to that as we possibly could. Now, there's not a fat quarter in this one. You're getting fabric. And you get fabric left over for your stash, don't you, really? £60.99. You get 5.5 metres of this one, 1/2 metre of all of these, and then you get 1 metre of the slate, and 1.5 metres, was it, of the Glacier Grey, and the instructions. £60.99. Oh, yes, and we also have a promotion for a machine today, the machine that Victoria's using. We haven't got around to using it, but she's about to use it now. Have a look at the slide. Have a look at the slide. Now it's limited, and it's until stocks last or until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's the 7:30 machine, plus a Kay Facet bundle, plus the Stuart Hillard book, plus the sewing quarter, pinking shears. So really, you can think of it one way or the other. You're either saving £80.97 or we're giving you a free gift of £80.97. You have to buy the machine, obviously, to get the free gift.
No free gifts willy-nilly.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No free gifts willy-nilly.
No free gifts willy-nilly. The machine is fantastic because a lot of our quilting ladies have bought it because the throat space was it 11 inches or 13 inches? Got much more space to get your quilt through there.
That's always the battle.
Yes.
Is on a standard machine trying to get...
Yes. This one doesn't come with an extender table, just so you know. It doesn't come with an extender table. Marcia says, good morning, John and Victoria. Victoria, I love how organised you are and you're clear in explanations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Right, let's get on with some more sewing then.
Okay, so now you piece together your pre-prepared wrapped pieces as you would do with standard English paper piecing. In that you sew them edge to edge, pretty much. What I need to do is I've got some thread and I've got a bit of thread magic just because thread magic's nice to use.
Now, is thread magic the same? In my day, we had a block of beeswax that we split. Is it the same sort of idea?
Yeah, same idea, but beeswax can tend to go a little bit hard.
Yes, and also sometimes when you pulled it through the fabric, it would leave
a little
bits of residue on the fabric.
Yeah, I've used it a lot in leather bag making when you're hand stitching, and it's brilliant, and because it gives it a bit of extra strength. But I find for dressmaking, it's just a bit too heavy.
Yes.
Too heavyweight.
So you put your thread across there, you put the top on, you pull it through, and all it does is it just coats the thread, just makes the thread a little bit more sturdy. And it stops it knotting as well, doesn't it?
It helps.
Usually, yeah, it helps. Doesn't stop it completely. Right, okay.
Okay, so I demonstrated a stitch the other day called the flatback stitch. And that's the flatback stitch. And this is essentially the same stitch that you're using when you're sewing together curves. Because normally with the hexes, you've got two straight edges. Easy, you can do a whip stitch or a ladder stitch to join them together. But when you've got two curves, when you hold them up against each other, you obviously can't do that because you've got a concave and a convex curve.
Yes, and on dressmaking, you can ease it in, but you've got paper in there.
You've got paper in the middle, so that doesn't work. So the way that you do this stitch is that you get your two pieces and butt them up against each other where you're going to sew them.
Right.
And then you take some tape, and I tend to use the satin-based tape rather than a standard sticky tape because it's got a bit less tack to it.
I didn't even know there was a difference. I just pick up the first one in the shop.
Yeah, because this one is a bit, you can write on that,
okay.
Whereas standard sticky tape is really glossy.
Do you need to be able to see through it?
No, you don't need to.
Could you use wishy-washy tape?
You could use wishy-washy tape.
Yes,
you can. Right. As anything with not too much tack, if you're worried about the level of tack, test it on your fabric first, because you don't want to take it off and then realise.
Yes, some sellotapes leave a
really
residue,
horrid.
don't they? Right, okay, so you stick it exactly where it's going. So it's not right sides together or anything, it's where it's going to end up.
Just butt them up against each other where they need to go. And then flip your work over to the other side, and you've got your thread. Then we're going to stitch them together. I've tied a knot in the end of this fabric, but you can either tie a knot or go back on yourself. And then I'll come out of the very corner of this little piece here.
Yeah, okay.
So I've come right out of the corner of this piece, right out the corner here. And I'm going to go back in. Oh, my knot wasn't big enough. Let me back stitch.
Oh, very big knot.
No, it wasn't, was it? So I'll just back stitch instead.
Right, so you're just going over a little locking stitch.
Yeah, and then I'll come out of that corner again, and then I'm going to go back in the corner of this other piece here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, I just need to turn it so I can see where I'm going.
Okay. So you're going back in to the corner of the other piece.
Yes, so that locks them together.
Oh, yes. So you've literally stitched across the two, and it's just the fabric you're going through.
Yeah, just the fabric. You could leave the papers in for this project because it's more of a wall hanging.
Yes.
You could leave the papers in if you wanted to.
Yeah. But then you've got to think about if it gets dusty over the years, you're going to wash it. You're going to have to think about that.
Yeah, that would be horrid. So let me just get past this little corner because it's difficult because there's fabric in the way. So when you stitch this, you're going through the fabric only.
Yeah.
And I'm picking up from this piece on the side, the lilac piece. I'm going in and out of this folded over seam allowance here.
Yeah.
I'm coming out really close to the edge, as close as I can. And then on this side, I'm going in and out in that direction and coming over.
So you're doing a
around.
stitch in the lilac.
Yep. So I'm going in the lilac here.
Right. Come out as close to the edge as possible.
Yep.
Then you go into the red.
We're going in and out of the red.
Oh.
Okay.
So your actual stitch
is on the back.
It's on the back. It's not going through the... Because on a hexie, you'd be stitching through the actual edge and edge, wouldn't you?
Very on the edge.
Whereas this one, the actual open stitch is across the seam, but you've gone in and out and in and out on both of the seam allowance.
Yes, you can come out on the very edge, but it's more difficult.
And what's it called?
Flat back.
Okay.
Flat back stitch.
Is that Australian or is that...
I don't know where it originates
Oh, no,
from.
I'm thinking about outback. I was thinking about...
Outback stitch.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking of. Anyway. So this is why I was saying it's not a project to whip up in an afternoon, is it? It's but a lovely project to do. Can you do this while you're watching the telly or sitting chatting?
Yes,
and things like that?
yeah, I can do it whilst the television's on.
Okay.
I just
But
can't.
you don't look up.
Don't look up.
So you don't see what Ian Beale's doing.
No, I have no idea what he's doing, what he's wearing, who he's talking to.
Probably best.
What does Ian Beale do these days? What's
Still-
he do for work?
He's still got, well, he hasn't got the chip shop anymore.
Right.
But he's still got Kathy's thingy, and he's still got the vegetable stall, and he's still got that restaurant in the middle of the Beale's restaurant.
Oh, that's quite.
Oh no, that burned down. Of course it did.
Oh, dear.
Well, I don't know what he's doing for money actually, but he seems to have it.
See,
I might ring him.
I weaned myself off that about 15 years ago.
Oh no, I weaned myself off all the others. I used to be everything single soap, but now I only watch.
When I was a child, my grandmother used to get the Radio Times, used to circle all the programmes.
Oh, and you do that Christmas week,
And I do that at Christmas, yes. But what was that old-fashioned version of recording? So
Video?
You had your video, but they had like these long 8-digit numbers that you could program in.
God, now you're older than you look.
Yeah,
yes,
she used
you
to
did.
do that.
But the only trouble with those long digit numbers in the TV Times was it didn't go with when the programme started. So literally, if you've so if the news overran, you didn't miss the first bit of Coronation Street because it would have started. Yeah. Anyway, that's by the by.
She used to do that when she used to go on holiday. Plan it all in, make sure she didn't miss Coronation
No,
Street.
you had to. When you went on holiday, Dynasty, it was in Colby's for me.
Dynasty.
And you'd put the numbers into... I know, frightening, isn't it? That's going back.
So I'm coming up to the top edge, and you find that you run out of fabric to hold.
Oh, yes.
So I then turn it round the other way and go in the other direction.
Go back in the other direction.
And go in that direction. So I then, because I've this side, I've come out here on the red side, if you like.
Yeah.
So I'm turning it round. My thread's coming out of the red side, so I'm going back in the red side.
Oh, right, okay.
And still forming the stitch in the same way.
Yeah.
But I've just almost done a double stitch on one side.
Okay.
I just find it easier because you run out of fabric to hold on to.
Now, what kind of needle would you use to do this?
Today I'm just using a standard hand sewing needle from...
Okay, because I've got a deal on some needles.
Oh, do you?
Oh,
I'm just using...
Oh, you're just using the standard hand needle, which we sell on the website. I haven't got Jeanette's message. Hello, John and Victoria, she says hello.
Hi.
Oh, she prepped lots of hexes with her glue gun last night.
Oh, good. Glue pen.
Glue pen, not glue gun.
Glue guns are so messy. I love them, but I get glue everywhere, absolutely everywhere.
I've got to move on to new shapes. This is an ideal one. Ideal one. Can I just show you this very quickly? We've got a little a little bundle, haven't we, of these? Oh, giving away my secret on these.
Got a life of their own.
Right. So this little bundle we've done here, they're called quilter's needles, but they're very fine, premium quilter's needles, $12.99. Now you get all three of these. Now, what I suggest you do when you get them home is don't keep them next to each other in a drawer because they've all got magnets in them. So, but basically what they are, I'll just show you one of them. They've got needles in, very fine needles with silver tips, right? They're in there, there's a magnet in there, so they never fall out. You take the one out that you're using, put it back in, pop it back down, and put it in there. And you get the three different sizes. There are three different sizes in there. When you get them in their packets, they will say what sizes they are, but you get all three of those for $12.99.
And are they different thicknesses or different lengths?
They're different lengths and different thicknesses. No, they're different lengths. 23, 26, and there's another one, isn't there, Hannah?
Okay, good.
I'll get it for you now. But yeah, they're different lengths. And they've got a silver, the eye is done in silver.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Oh, right, now we also have fine and extra fine and assorted. So I don't know what you're getting in that bundle, but they do come in different thicknesses and different lengths.
Okay. Right, so I've come all the way along, and then I'm going to do what I did in this first corner, I'm going to do again in this second end corner, just to secure those together. So go into that very corner of the red one, and I'm going to come back down into the tip of the lilac one.
Brilliant. Just so you know, in that bundle of needles, you get extra fine in 23, extra fine in 26, and then assorted in the third one.
And then just secure that.
Okay.
And what you could do is you could just go along and... I've lost my scissors.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you've stolen them.
No, I was just tidying up as I went along, because it's so tidy here when you're here.
Yeah, those are not snipping right. Okay. So then that there are your two shapes together.
Then would you then remove that sellotape now, or when you've finished the whole...
Yeah, you can remove that now.
I say sellotape, sticky tape, is supposed to help me. I use audio description, so I don't have to look up at the TV when hand sewing.
Very good.
Oh, that's so I can say, Ian Beale has now gone to the kitchen door. That's brilliant.
I accidentally turned it on the other day, and I'm like, what's going on? I'd never ever listened to it
So it'd be
before.
like listening to a radio play almost, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was like two people have arrived at the train station.
I don't know who that is. Thank you for that.
Very amusing.
Okay, good to get on.
So yes, you can take that off, and now you can either, and I've pre-done some here in a different colourway.
Yeah.
And I've attached it to the other side.
Oh, never mind.
What an umpty. Okay, pretend I've just stitched these instead. So then you can either go on and stitch the next, let's call it a leaf.
Exactly the same.
Yeah. These I've done, pre-done all together in pairs. So you can then just...
Well, that's the you're doing the little version.
So I've used these prints.
Yeah. But
doing the little ring in the middle.
This is the smaller one.
So this one here.
Yeah, that Victoria's doing. So it's the inner circle there. So that's the size of the one that Victoria's doing here. But using those fabrics. It's up to you which way around you do it. Love that bundle. Oh, love that bundle. Right, well, a third of the stock of this bundle's gone, just so you know, and we've only got about 6 minutes left. So,
okay. So from this point, you would attach all of these together. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yep.
And then once you've got your 3 rings, and I'll sort of vaguely demonstrate on a smaller scale.
Okay. All the instructions have got this thoroughly, haven't
Oh,
they?
absolutely
Yeah.
clear as... I almost said clear as mud, but that wasn't
No,
right.
that's not right.
Clear as a bell.
Clear as day.
Clear as day, that's it. So you would take your large backing fabric.
So that's the equivalent of
this.
The whole thing, not because you only did a quarter here, but you'd back it onto a whole thing.
Yes, so you make your quilt sandwich.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you how you do this. The instructions say that you then hand applique your pieces in place.
Okay.
I was a little short on time, so I actually machine appliques.
But if it is a project you're doing that is because you love hand sewing, then you can do all of it by hand stitching.
Yeah,
can't you?
absolutely.
You don't have to machine if you don't want to.
Yeah, that would be really lovely to do it all by hand.
Isn't that beautiful?
And as you go round, you can see how there are no little ears on the inside, and on the outside, you get a couple of little ears.
Oh yes, yeah.
And what you can do as you go round, is you can just tuck those.
So, but it's
underneath.
Because Lucy's done, I'm not sure you have as well, where you applique by hand, but you haven't got a template underneath it. It's called, I don't know
needle
what it's called.
turn.
Needle turn, that's it. It's a bit like that, isn't it? When you get to that corner bit, you just push it under with your needle.
Yeah, and then you can slip stitch those all in place.
Yeah.
Or on this sample that I did, this quarter sample, I actually did a blind hem stitch all the way around
on the machine?
On the machine, I did a blind hem stitch
Okay.
to attach those in place.
Okay, so now, because that's on the bias, because they're all circles, at what point do you take the cardboard out?
Oh yes, you would take the cardboard out before you applique in place.
Okay, so you've made that ring, you've sewn them all together. Then if you're going to take your cardboards out, you take them... Have you got a tip about getting the cardboard out?
Actually, it sounds like it's going to be really difficult to do because you've glued them in place, but they're really not that hard. Let's take one of these where I've got the paper.
Oh, and you literally just peel it back?
Just peel it back. And because you've starched it...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
So you can see, even just with taking the papers out, that the edges are still quite noticeable where they
Yes.
are.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to, you could just go along and repress those.
Yeah.
It depends on whether you're going to hand stitch them in place or you're machine stitching.
Of course. So would you do the middle circle first?
Yes, so I would mark, and I've sort of pre-marked here the centre lines. So you can fold the fabric,
Find your centre.
half and half, find the centre, or you can just use an air erasable pen or something to mark where the centre is so that you can sort of lay them out. And if you're worried about the rings slipping about, you could just attach a few bits of bonder web on the underside to stop it moving around, because you might end up being a bit skew if you're
Or if you didn't want to use bonder web,
around.
could you use your glue stick again, just to if you're going to be hand stitching around the edge once it's in place, could you then put a few just blobs just
Yeah.
to, so it doesn't...
Yeah, I think so, just
Yeah.
to try and keep it in place.
Okay, brilliant. So then after you've done the first circle, do you applique all of them first before you do the hand quilting?
Yeah, I appliqued all of them first.
Right.
So then I knew where I was, and then I went back and did the hand
And
quilting.
what did you use for the hand?
So the hand quilting, I used some embroidery floss.
Like this?
Just, oh, look at that. Here's one I made
Well, I
earlier.
wondered why it was in my trolley, and then I just suddenly saw there. So you could use this because you've gone through. You're going through all the. Oh, look at the back. Even the back's gorgeous. You're going through the back. So is that just a running?
Just
stitch?
a running stitch through.
Yeah. If you want that, you need to be quick. There's not many of those left in stock.
And how much you do is totally up to you. I've just done. Well, I did 2 round the first one, and then ran out of time. So,
but Louisa.
But Louisa's gone. If you can see, she's done around each of the shapes. So around these inner leaf shapes,
yes.
she's echoed the shapes on all of these.
Do you know,
and then echoed the outsides.
I think this will be going to be one of those projects that you don't want to finish because you
No.
put so much heart and soul into it that when you get to, you'll go, oh, I'll just do
a bit more,
one
just a bit
more line.
more.
So then once you've done all of that, you
Then
don't
you would
bind it till the very, very end?
No, I would leave the binding till the end.
Right. And then you've just used, on this one, you've just used the deep orchid.
Yeah, I
just to
thought the
create a
deep orchid
straight-
was nice to echo the bright
exactly.
colours in the trefoil.
That is gorgeous.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's really, really lovely.
And it's nice because it's English paper piecing, but it's stretching your skills a bit if you've only ever done hexies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. It's got some hand applique, it's got some hand quilting,
I think
and
it'd be
your
a
binding.
lovely gift. It's gorgeous. I'd hate to give it away after I've spent all that time on it. But like a baby, to give to a newborn baby or something.
Yeah, it'd be
It's
really lovely.
Anyway, thank you. You're back in an hour
Yes, I am.
doing
Bags.
Bags. Thank you very much
Oh.
indeed. Come with me. Come
Cheerio.
with me. Come with me. Thank you very much. I've gone over there. Come with me. Come with me. Bundles. 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 So, the bundle that Victoria's been using. Very, very, very popular, this one. Very popular. Almost half the stock has gone. And if you have got it in your basket, please check out, please check out, please check out. You get the instructions, and then you get the 6-piece fat quarter bundle. Beautiful. One of his latest collections, this one. So you get the fat quarter bundle. There's the fat quarter bundle. So you get that, you get 1/2 metre of deep orchid, you get 2.5 metres of glacier grey, and these fantastic instructions with how to, everything that Victoria's just covered there, but it's quite good. A lot of people say, oh, it's so good to get the demonstrations because I'm a visual. I learn how to do things visually. I can't take it from written down. But then all the templates you've got here that you need for all the different shapes for it, and then a picture of the finished article there. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so that's that. Then the other bundle, the other cave bundle, has got a fat quarter in it with the 6-piece fat quarter. This one would be lovely to fussy cut for the bigger circles. I should have nicked out Victoria's template, but for the bigger circles, look, because Hannah's always going on about she wanted to do a teapot quilt or a cuppa quilt. Imagine in the big circles, you put all those cups in the bigger circle, couldn't you? 51, oh, perfect, thank you. Oh, yes, look. The teapot, I don't know if you can see that from that, I can't, hang on. Look, the teapot fits perfectly. Where's the, oh, and the teacup as well, look. You can just miss the Delft pot. Oh, that would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Anyway, I'll give that back to Victoria. So that kit has got the Delft, the other cave facet in there, and the 1/2 metre of the sunshine, and half a metre of the cornflower blue. That's not mine, Chris, by the way. Not half a metre, 2.5 metres of the cornflower blue. And then the other bundle is the one on the wall. Now, this is the one that Louisa made. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, obviously, they were Louisa's fabrics. So what we've done, our scheduling department have tried to create as near to that as they possibly could do. So obviously, they've got all these different fabrics. Now, this one, you don't get a fat quarter in this one. We've tried to match the colourways that Louisa used in her. So you get half a metre of all these different fabrics, lovely ditzy fabric, the blue fabric, the pelican fabric, the spot-on fabric, the apple fabric. Then you get slate in the linen look cotton, and then you get the glacier grey. The last one was mercury, this is glacier grey. You don't need to worry about the actual colours because they come in the bundle. 69, again, you get the instructions with that as well. And also the machine, which we didn't see Victoria use the machine at all, did we? We've got a special deal. We've got a special promotion for the day. So what you get is, if the machine costs that much, £1,699 anyway on a normal day. But today, and today only, until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, you're going to save, or the equivalent of getting a gift of £80.97. You get this lovely Cave Facet Fat Quarter Bundle. It's beautiful, look at the colours in there. And then you also get the Sewing Quarter Pinking Shears. And you also get Stuart Hilliard's Book. So all of that comes... Oh, I thought I had it upside down then. Isn't that funny? Doesn't that picture look like it's meant to be that way up? Anyway, you get all of that for free when you buy the machine for £1,699. And now very limited, very, very limited on. So it's until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning or until stocks last. So I might tell you in a couple of hours they've all gone. Do you know what I mean? I'll come back and I'll tell you all about the spend and saves and everything like that, because Joe's up next, and we've got a dog, we've got a cat, and a budgie.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more. Join Jess Entwistle on Thursday as she makes this quirky cube bag from the book 25 Ways to Sew Jelly Rolls by Briony Greenberg. This fabulous pattern for a patchwork bag is simple to follow, but the finished bag makes the perfect new accessory for you or someone special. We'll have 3 stunning fabric choices for you: Cave Facet's Bright Island Fat Quarters Pack, Sun Prints from Alison Glass in blue and red, and Classic Neutrals by Liberty and Tim Holtz. So settle down at 9 a.m. on Thursday the 18th of January for an hour of Jess's expert tuition, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Sewing Quarter is the UK's first TV channel dedicated to sewing and quilting. On air and behind the scenes, our team of top industry experts work hard to bring you tons of exciting projects. Whether you're into dressmaking, bag making, piecing, patchworking or quilting, you'll learn something new every day from our talented guest designers and fabulous presenters. Our online shop is packed with tools, haberdashery essentials and fabulous fabrics, from simple solids to designer gems. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee and single daily postage charge, you can shop with confidence. So tune in daily on Freeview 78, Sky Channel 678 and shop online at sewingquarter.com. If you shop with us for the first time between Wednesday the 17th of January and Thursday the 18th of January and spend £30 or more, we'll give you an amazing bundle of free gifts. The bundle includes the book How to Use a Sewing Machine by Marie Clayton. It's packed with essential information on how to choose and use your machine, plus dressmaking techniques and expert troubleshooting tips. You'll also receive our 23cm dressmaking scissors with stainless steel blades for precise cutting. A pack of 7 Gutermann Sewell threads is included too, in warm French cottage colours. These threads are ideal for both hand and machine sewing. Altogether, these gifts are worth over £30, completely free for you as a new customer. So be sure to search through our online store filled with sewing delights, or watch our shows to find your perfect new purchase from the 17th of January. But don't delay, this offer is only available while stocks last. Get ready for a day of sewing delights on Saturday the 20th of January. Join me, John Scott, and Becky Blease and Rebecca Reed this Saturday morning for not one, but two fantastic projects from Simply Sewing magazine. At 9 a.m, Rebecca Reed will be showing us the casual and chic carry-all bag, exclusively available as a kit at Sewing Quarter, and first seen in Simply Sewing issue 38. This easy-to-create bag is the perfect accessory for weekends away. And at 11 a.m, you'll be singing in the rain when Rebecca creates a charming raindrop cushion using a selection of pretty blue hued fabrics. It will be the perfect accompaniment to your favourite chair. So don't miss these stunning projects on Saturday the 20th of January, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
So much information in the adverts, isn't there? Now, what a lot of you don't know is that we are, first of all, sister channel to The Jewellery Maker. We're all under the same umbrella, but we're also the protege of three gorgeous magazines. Now, I'll just tell you very quickly about the three magazines because Jo, who's on today, and Victoria Peat appear in Simply Sewing and Love Patchwork and Quilting and things like that. So I'm just going to show you the three magazines that we're affiliated with, which we are the protege of, but also how you can buy them if you want to, rather than going all the way to the supermarket or to the what's that other shop called? Newsagent. Right, let's have a look at Love Patchwork and Quilting, right? This is the issue that is out now. These are gorgeous, and you get a free gift. There are 13. Oh, excuse me. There are 13 issues a year. 13 issues a year, and basically you can. Well, do you know what? Go to the website. The best thing to do is let's show the front of the website because then I'll be able to show you what I'm talking about. We've got a fantastic deal going on. Then I'll tell you about the magazines. So look, if you go to the front of the website, that's our www.sewingquarter.com. You see this bit where it says special offer? That's one of those ones that flicks round and round and round and round. But look at that, special offer, get 3 issues for £5. You're saving 72%. So what you do is you click on that link, and there are the 3 magazines. There's Love Patchwork and Quilting, there's Simply Sewing, that's Simply Sewing, and there's Today's Quilter. Go to the thing at the bottom, the square at the bottom, where it says, subscribe to Today's Quilter, and you'll be able to subscribe, saving, there you go, saving 72% if you go with it now. So that's the subscription, right? Now, however, if you want to, come back to me a second. If you come back to me, no, not come back to me. If you want to buy one individually, if you think, oh, I don't want to subscribe yet, I don't know what the magazines are like, right? We sell each of them individually on our website. So I'll just go through them. So Love Patchwork and Quilting. Oh, actually, let's see who's in this month's there. So you've got Love Patchwork and Quilting. This is for the beginner to intermediate quilting. But look at the projects you get in here. Now this is the one that's out now. This is the one that's out now. They have so many projects. Look at this. So many tips, so many patterns. They have all the templates you need in there as well. Now what they do is if you go to the templates, you do have to photocopy them at a bigger size. I mean, I'm flicking through this very, very quickly. There's all the templates, but if you go to their website, you'll be able to see where the templates are and everything like that. But, so that's a Love Patchwork and Quilting, gorgeous magazine. Now, if you're a quilter and you're intermediate to advanced, then you might like Today's Quilter. You may love the Today's Quilter. This is the one that's out at the moment. Again, it's beautiful. It's in the magazine section on our website. Again, all the projects, cushions and quilts and everything like that. And this one, you get that one as a free kite and jewel hexie. This is, issue number I can't see without my glasses, hang on. I know that they're all different. So, Love Patchwork and Quilting is 56. 31 is today's quilter. But then if you're a sewist, you're going to love Simply Sewing. And in Simply Sewing, the one that's out now, you get a pattern for a bag. These are all for free. You get a pattern for a blouse. You get a pattern for a dress. And then you get all of this, right? All the instructions in here. Oh, no, I think you'll find... No, I'm pointing to the ballerina. Because Joe, that's a Joe Carter ballerina. We did it here a couple of weeks ago, a week ago or so. Anyway, all of the instructions, everything, there's the dress, skirt. This is issue 38, this one. Oh, sorry, I didn't know what you were asking me. Yeah, issue 38, this one. Issue 38. That's the one that's out now. That's the one that's out now. So if you want to buy, if you don't want to schlep down to the supermarket or the newsagent today, you can order just one of each if you want to before you do the subscription. But the subscription, don't take too long because it's 72% off if you subscribe at the moment. I know, fantastic, isn't it? Right, let me just put these away somewhere. Right, I'm putting them in the drawer, everybody. So if they're looking for them later, they're in the drawer. Right, so now Jo Carter, brilliant. I told you. She works for the magazines and the ballerina, which you'll see when I go over to the other side in a minute. These are 3 of her most popular projects, and we just thought we'd recreate them for you. Now, we're not going to make them from beginning to start because we'll be able to tell you what days she did them on, but every time we show these projects, they sell out. So I'm going to take you through, before Jo comes in, I'm going to take you through each of the projects. We're going to, in the second half of the show, we're going to do the cat and the budgie. In the first half of the show, we're going to do the dog. So, these are the bundle for the... Now, it can either be a soft toy or it can be a doorstop. If you fill the bottom with... Wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't realise it's fallen over. I've got this bundle. That bundle's there, look. This one's a soft toy. This one's not got the weight in the bottom. That's why it fell over. So, okay, that bundle is the this one here. You get the instructions. You get the fabric. And you get the embroidery thread. Oh, hang on. You also get all the stuffing as well. Can we go to the still? Because then it's got all the... I've got all the stuffing. It's on my trolley behind me. That was me. So there you get the fabric, the instructions, the thread, and the toy filling for £14.99. Amazing. That's brilliant. When you think of it, you could pay that much just for a pattern, couldn't you? But we'd put everything in. So everything you need to make that. We keep... I'll put that one down there. Okay, no, I'm over here. Right, then there's this one. This one is Liberty. I don't know why I said it like that. We've never done it in Liberty fabric before. Now, the print is £15.99. You get half a metre of the Liberty, half a metre of the green, the thread and the instructions, £15.99. And the filling and the stuffing. There you go. Quilting Weight Liberty, if not, it's not Tana Lawn, it's the Quilting Weight Liberty. Right, then we've got this one, the golden one. So again, you get half a metre of the spot on, half a metre of the spectrum. It's beige. I like to call it golden, but it's beige. You don't ever say when you go to buy a cat, do you all have the beige one? What colour's Norman? Oh no, Norman's lilac, so there's nothing to do with it. £14.99, and you get the cushion, toy stuffing, sorry, and cushion filling. And then last but not least, I like this one. This next one is a monochrome, very on trend monochrome. You get half a metre of the pussy paw fabric, half a metre of the black. You get pink embroidery thread in this one, and the pattern, and the toy stuffing, £15.99. Go to the still. There you go. I think that one... It's going to be, I think, because we've never done it with a paw print, I don't think, before, anything like that. I think that one and the Liberty ones are going to absolutely fly. And then the pink, it's got a little pink face. Anyway, but everyone's been asking about this budgie. Somebody emailed in, didn't they, the other day, saying when we're doing the budgies? I didn't know we were doing it today, but budgie. Barry the budgie. Oh, is this one Barry, though? This is Bertie. I've got. Okay, graphics for this. So that's this one here. So what you get in this kit for £22.99. This is Bertie the budgie, which is this one, the blue and the grey spot one. So what you get in here, 1.5 meters of fabric, half a meter of each. You get thread, you get embroidery thread, you get felt, you get stuffing, and you get the instructions. That's brilliant for £22.99. I'll check with Joe how many you can make. Oh, you can make 2 budgies in the kit. 2 budgies from the kit. Yeah. Oh, and you get, oh, look, you get wadding and you get toy filling in that one. Wadding, because you've got wadding in the arm. No, wings, they're not arms, they're wings. Okay, and then the other one, which is Barry, which we haven't, Barry's not made. I haven't got a Barry here. No, Barry's flown the nest for this morning. You get the instructions, you get the thread, you get the embroidery thread, you get 1.5 meters of fabric, and you get the toy stuffing, and you get the wadding and the instructions. £22.99. So we've got less Barrys than we have Berties, is that right? Less Barrys than we've got Berties. Okay, those are both coming up in the second half of the show. In the first half of the show, though, come with me, come with me, come with me. I love this project. We haven't done it. Well, I haven't seen it for a long, long time. We've never done it in these cave fabrics before. Isn't it lovely? You see, it's a doorstop, but I think I'd have to have it on display. I think I'd have to sit on the bed. I need it to sit on my bed. In fact, if you need this for another show, just let me know in advance. Because I can imagine Norman falling asleep. Norman's my cat, falling asleep next to this, all snuggled up. Anyway, this is the dog draught excluder. First time in cave. Which one would you like to go to first? Right, so, okay. Oh, that's this one, is it? That's this one, yeah. The blue one is this one. So again, you get the instructions. Okay, you get the thread. You get, then all you need is this. All you need, this is one of the newest Cave Facet collections. There's the Delft pottery again. Oh, they're beautiful colours. You get the 6 fat quarter pack. You also get, now, this is a bit misleading, right? This is, look, it looks like excluder, but that's that in there. When you open it, it goes whoop, like that. We're not going to open it because we'll never get back in the bag. And I don't have to do that. That poor Chris would have to do that later. So you get the fat quarters, you get the instructions, you get the wadding, and you get the pad. He's got the cushion inside, and he's wadded as well, because he's quilted, right? Fantastic, £46.99. Brilliant. Because if you think, just think, right, you're getting Cave Facet, you're getting Joe's expertise. Right? Oh! There's a close-up of his little face. I was just going to turn him around to show you. Right? And then the other bundle I've got, so that was the blue one. Look at him. What can you smell? You can smell sausages, apparently. Right, okay. In this one, you get the instructions, you get the embroidery thread, then you get this yellow cave. Now, this is the one that Joe's going to be working on with. Lovely. £46.99. So you get that, you get the draught excluder cushion, you get the wadding, you get the thread, and get the instructions. £46.99. Now, I hear you say, what happens if I want to buy the fat quarters on their own? You can do. You can do. Because they're new to us, these. So we've got some in the bundle, and we've got some for sale on their own. So this first one, the blue one here, I'll just move that out of the way. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. The colours. Oh, sorry, dog's wheezing underneath me. Oh. Anyway. I've not seen this one. Leafy. So, the fat quarter pack, £27.95. Because you've got the instructions, you know what I mean? You could make, if you want it in another room, do it in a different, kind of, anyway, because you've got the instructions, make another one, couldn't you? Anyway, they said, I've not seen this one. Oh, lean on the dog. No, he likes it. Yeah, he likes it, he says. Yeah, I like that. I love this one. No, he's smiling. Anyway, if you want that fat quarter bundle, it's £27.95. And then I've got the yellow. No, I think that one's a boy for some reason. And then this yellow one here, Ignore all this at the back here. If you just want the fat quarter bundle, now I'm leaning on the cushion. You see, are you all going, oh, you're leaning on the cushion now, John? No? He said. Lovely, aren't they? Beautiful colours. $27.95 if you just want the fat quarter. Okay, let's go back to Joe, then get on with some sewing. Oh, yes, before we go to the table, have a look at the dates that all of these projects were on when Joe did all of these projects. So, the cat doorstop was on the 21st of March at 9 a.m. The dog draught excluder was on the 21st of March. Oh, you did them both on the same at 11 o'clock. And the budgie was on the 7th of July at 10 o'clock. Now, the reason we're showing those, if you don't know, the reason we're showing those is because if you go to YouTube and you type in the top of YouTube, sewing quarter, and the date of the show that you wanted to look, you can get all 4 hours will come up, and you can look at everything. As long as Ginger might remember to press the button, they're all there. Oh no, the day that Hannah broke the system and you could hear her chatting down my ear, that morning's not on there either. The start of the morning, anyway. Did you hear about that?
I was watching.
Are you watching? Poor old Hannah. Right. We love this. I love this. It's a draught excluder. This is the blue one. I will do in a second when it's very hot in here.
It's quite warm in here.
This is the blue one, and you're going to make the yellow one, aren't you? The leather version now. Not make the whole thing, but take us through different tips and everything. There we go. Which? I think. Oh, I don't know which way around. I want to hang on. No, I want it that way around. There you go. Right. Okay. So I'm going to take this one out of the packet. Oh, you've got the instructions already out, so I'll do that. Right. Where do we start then, Joe Carter?
This project was originally designed to keep it nice and easy, nice, straightforward patchwork. So it's 5-inch squares, and just cut out a selection of them. Some you will need 2 5-inch. No, that's not right. 4 5-inch squares, and some you'll need 6.
Right.
So, and then once you've got them, choose which. For the first job, out of the 6 fabrics, choose the one you want to use for the legs and the ears.
Because you've not got those anywhere else in the.
I've not, so that the ears stand out and the legs stand out a bit more.
Yeah.
So with that one, I used that blueprint, and this one I've chosen the stripe.
Okay, just so you know at home, that's obviously the blue one there because it says blue, which is the one Joe's already made. For some reason, that one there doesn't say yellow, but that's the one that Joe's using, just in case you're confused about that, because I was. Right, so you've cut out. So you've chosen for the one you're making, for the ears and the legs, you're having that stripy fabric.
Yes, I think I'll use this one for this stripe for the ears, and it's the same stripy fabric, isn't it? But it just changes.
It's the same piece, but it just changes width across, yeah.
So I'm going to keep the narrower stripes together for the legs and those for the ears.
Can you make more than one out of the fat quarter, or is it just the one you can make?
I think you could squeeze 2 out, maybe.
Okay.
I think so.
But obviously you're obviously going to get the one sausage pad and things like that. But so otherwise, if you're making one, then you've got quite a bit left over. You've got some left over then. If you only make one dog, you've got some fabric.
Should I check? Over. I don't know whether I've got my leftover fabric.
But they're mainly.
This is what I had left from the one I've made.
Oh, from the blue one.
So
don't get them confused.
I won't get them confused. So possibly you might be able to squeeze 2 out of it. Yes, I think you could.
Okay.
That's how much of the green one's left.
Yeah. Right. Shamoy Mary's just messaged in. She's the one who bought your unicorn. Right, now, Shamoy Mary doesn't do. Well, she doesn't actually got a whole craft room and everything like that, but she doesn't do. And she bought a unicorn. And the unicorn, we wouldn't say it's for beginners, is it?
No, the unicorn's quite.
And she ended up throwing us across the room and swearing, not at us, about us, sort of thing. Anyway, so she's bought the cat, and she's saying, I hope it's not another unicorn.
No,
episode.
the cat.
It's not. We'll do the cat in a sec. Go through the cat in a second. Very funny story. I was telling that story the other day. Shamoy Mary wasn't watching, but her friend was watching. She went, you've just been mentioned on telly about throwing your unicorn across your craft room. Anyway, so you're cutting out into squares.
Yes, and I've selected some for the ears.
Yep. Which are the stripy ones?
Stripy ones. And then of the leftover fabrics, there's 2. The body is made up of 2 strips of 5 squares.
Right.
Which leaves, you have them repeating on either row. So there'll be one of these on the bottom row and one of these on the top.
Lisa's message in. That looked lovely as a bolster cushion at either end of the sofa. Oh, yes.
It would.
I've got this lovely carved Indian 16th century like bench thing in my dining room. They'd look lovely on there. They've got horses' heads carved on the end like that, so it might frighten the dogs. But right, so you choose which order you're going to put your fabrics in before you start.
And just lay them out. The remaining fabrics are not going to be ears and legs.
No.
Lay them out, so it's 2 by 5, and then stitch them together. But so you can play around with them.
This one's going to look very different, isn't it, to the blue one? Right?
It is.
Okay.
And then I've stitched them
you've already
together
done it?
already.
Oh, well
so
done. That's just one side, isn't it?
That's just one
So you
side.
do that twice. Do you make 2 identical to each other?
Of this bit, yes, 2 identical ones, because the head is done separately.
Yeah. Okay.
And that needs to be done as a mirror image, so you've got one for each side.
Okay.
So then once we've got these, it's easiest to press the seams in opposite directions.
Okay.
So these ones go that way, and those ones go that way, and it just means they fit together more naturally, and you're more likely to get the points lining up.
Lots of people asking for the pattern on its own. Sadly, it just comes in the bundle at this moment in time.
Okay, so I'm going to sew along there, and this is the body section, and then I'll move on and prep the legs.
Okay. So you're just sewing both of your 2 strips of 5 together?
Yes.
So is this the spine? Is this the top spine that we're doing? The back, centre of the back?
This will be, no, not that bit, it's this bit along here.
Oh, okay.
Joins those 2 bits.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
It's nicely
along
positioned and
here.
everything.
Yep. The blue draught excluder. Oh, single figures. That's this one. Almost single figures. That's that one there, £46.99. Hello, John and Joe. Love all the projects you bring us. Any chance of bringing us a panda by February? February next week, isn't it? Next week after?
Yes, I think that might be a bit much.
So
a bit tough for February.
Jean, no. Because you do have a bit of a life, don't you, really?
A tiny bit of
Just
one.
children to look after, a husband, 3 children. We could get Helen in to do a panda, couldn't we? How's your mum on toys? She's more quilts, isn't she?
She's
than
more,
toys,
yeah.
She'd be at work anyway today, won't she? She's a librarian.
She's on the train today. Oh. She's been jet set. She's been off to Berlin.
Oh, excuse me.
Returning home, I know.
No, she's flown in to somewhere. Now she's on the train back up to home. Didn't catch the train to Berlin, didn't she? Or did she?
No.
No.
That would take a while, though.
Yeah. Was she? It'd be a nice journey.
It would.
Was she going on a cultural or just a party?
Cultural, really.
Imagine you've been somewhere recently, haven't you? I saw lots of pictures of you, like in Bulgaria or somewhere.
I went to Prague.
Oh, Prague, that was it. With all your girlfriends.
Yes. It was a big birthday for a few of us, so we had a weekend away.
Oh, I see. Oh, lovely.
There we go. And then once this side piece is joined, give it a press, and then the bottom 2 inches needs to be, so get the long ruler and slice off the bottom 2 inches.
Oh, so that's this bit here, isn't it? Is that where the feet are going to go and the way you cut?
Yes.
So you're going to actually slice, do you slice the whole of that?
All the way along from the bottom.
You take 2 inches off.
But make sure it's from the bottom edge, especially if there's a directional print.
Oh, of course, yes, yeah. Okay.
And then for the legs, they were my ears, weren't they? Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. We had 2 other... Nigel. Hi, John and Joe. Can you do a dragon, please? We should start writing all these down, shouldn't we?
I can probably do a dragon.
What, you mean there's a dragon in the pipeline? We're not supposed to say. Like, she didn't say it, I said there's a dragon in the pipeline. Oh, now we've had to ask, somebody else has asked for an anteater.
An anteater's tricky. It's quite a challenge. I might go and draw some when I get home.
Isn't an anteater just a bear with a long face?
But
koala bear with a long face. No.
It's whether it's recognisable or whether people say, oh, that's a nice bear with a long face.
Okay, we're talking about recognisable because we were said, oh, should we make a John Scott doll? And they were like, oh, no, John's got no redeemable features. We can't do a John Scott doll. Excuse me?
Just sweep my hair.
Yeah, look. Were you a ballerina when you were a child?
No. No, I've always been too heavy-footed.
Oh, right, come on. So you cut...
The squares for the legs, cut them in half. So
Yeah.
they're 5-inch squares, so 2.5. Measure 2.5 from one side. And then fold it in half that way and stitch down either side. And they're just little square legs. And the reason there's that slice through the body patchwork is so that the legs are positioned, so it stands up. Because if that wasn't there, the legs would have to go in the bottom seam. And they'd all be together along the bottom and it'd tip over. Does that make sense?
Okay. Maria. Hello, John. What's the email address? Maria, this is the email address. Studio@soapquarter.com. Studio@soapquarter.com. So you're just sewing down the sides of those.
Just down either side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're just making it like a little cushion.
It is. Okay, so it's just stitched along either side and folded at the bottom, and then I'll turn it the right way out.
Easier said than done.
There we go. And then pop some stuffing in there.
So you put the toy stuffing in there, not the wadding in there. That's
Not the, well, you could pop anything in there actually.
Okay.
A little bit of wadding would work really well because you could fold it up and slot it in and it fit in quite nice.
Because you get, is this the kit you get the wadding and the, oh no, you get the wadding and the pad. Hang on, what do you get? Wadding and the pad. Yeah, this one, so you put a little bit of wadding in there, yeah.
So you could either tear the wadding up,
Yeah.
give it a little bit of a fluff up and pop it in like that.
Okay.
Or you could fold a piece over and
You use more that
insert
way
it.
though,
You
don't
would. And to fit the legs in, because they're stitched into a seam, if it's full right to the top, then it will be chunky to sew into the seam.
Yeah. Cool.
So pop the filling in, and once you're happy with the amount in, push it right down and pop a pin across to hold it at the bottom of the leg. And then
So you've
later...
got my 2 pins.
Yeah, I remembered some this time. And then I baste the top closed.
So, and then when you put it in, you let that pin go and the wadding comes back out.
Yes, give it a bit
Yeah.
of a squidge and it should fill the leg up again.
Hannah's at Slimming World at the moment. She said she wished she could do that with her legs.
Yeah, I wish I could do that with mine.
Oh, okay. So you make 4 feet.
4 feet, and the ears, I'll just go through the
Yes,
bits
yes,
that
yeah.
might be a little
Okay.
bit trickier. And there are instructions, pictures as well in the instructions showing
Let me go
how
through
to
those
do.
then. Oh, hang on, I've got the cat. That's the cat. That's next. Right. So the dog instructions, very, very thorough. Oh. Blue dog. This is ears we're just about to do now. There are only 7 blue dogs left in stock, just so you know. That's the one running across the bottom, $46.99. Okay.
The ear square, fold it over diagonally, so corner to corner.
This is for the ear we're doing now, yeah.
And measure, I think, it's in the instructions, I think from memory it's 1.5 inches. Make a little mark. And then give that a good finger press.
Someone's nicked my tape measure. Oh no, I've got this one, but mine's gone. My purple one's gone. Someone just messaged in asking about the length of the dog. 73 centimetres or 28.5 inches. Sorry, Joe. Carry on.
So I measured 1.5 inches from that corner, so not the folded side.
Into the raw edge side.
And then I'm going to line up one of the straight lines with the folded edge. And then that mark, and I'm just going to trim away this edge bit.
Okay.
Get rid of that. I'm not going to use that bit again.
You're not going to use that
No,
bit?
I think, I tried to think of a way I could use it.
Yes. Joe doesn't throw anything away.
And then turn that corner, and this cutaway at the end just gives the ear a little bit of shape.
Okay.
There we go, so I've stitched down there and along that bit that's been
You
sliced
just
away.
chopped off, yeah.
And then I'll turn that the right way out. And you could give it a press so all the edges lie nice and flat.
Got Derek the Dobber rather than your scissors.
Oh, please, if Derek's about. Thank you.
Oh, Sharon, Jo has done Teddy's. She did a bear in a bag, and we did a bigger version, didn't we, of this? This is the Teddy. Now, are there any left on the website? I don't know if they're on the website or not. We always bring it back. There'll be even a Valentine bear in the bag. We think we should, really, shouldn't we? Anyway, that's the Teddy bear. That's the Teddy bear. Yeah. Valentine's Day is a bit too close, though. I love the show. Could you have some traditional Teddy? Oh, I've read that one, yeah. Sharon definitely will do. Not the furry ones. They're just those ones. Right.
Okay, so give that a press, and then the top edge, just so the top of the ear doesn't extend and they don't meet at the top of the
Okay, so that bit that we've just squared off is that bit. Oh, we've got it the right way up. Yeah. Is that right?
Other way, that way.
Oh, there you go. Is that bit there? So the fold is across the top of the ear there, and then that's the seam there. And then you're saying what? This bit here, chop some of that off.
I'm going to give it a little fold. If you can see, it's just got a little fold in it there.
Right. Yeah.
Just to give the
So you
ear a
don't
little...
chop it off, you just turn it in a little bit because you don't want your ears to meet at the centre top there. That's all.
About a finger's width. It's not a precise amount, just as long as they're both the same.
Yeah. But one has to go
And they
one
have to
way,
be
one
mirror
goes the other way,
images.
don't they?
Yeah.
So you've made your 4 feet, and then you make your 2 ears, but we're not constructing that bit yet, are we? Or are we? What's next? The face?
Yes, I'll do the face. So I'll trim away that bit there, and this is the ear with the fold, and this is the inside of the ear.
Yeah.
That's the outer bit that
Okay.
we see. So that's the ear and the leg.
Okay. We are going to be covering the cat and the budgie as well, don't worry. We're just going to do features of them.
Okay, and for the...
I'll do the dates with you in a second. Right, so what are you doing now? The face now?
These are the fabrics you'll need 2 extra squares of for this bit's for the face, and I've chosen one that's less...
Patterned.
Yes, so that the eye will stand out.
Yeah.
So I've gone with that one, which will have the eye
Golden clouds.
on.
And trefoil.
And these 2 will need to be trimmed because the face is a triangle.
Oh, okay.
So use your ruler, find the centre. I should have picked a
You
bigger
need a
ruler.
slightly longer
Yes.
ruler than that, don't you?
And then use the 5. You don't want to slice it right down the centre. Should I draw it on?
Yes, please.
So this is the centre line.
But you're not cutting off at the centre line.
But we don't want to cut it there. We want that extra 1/4 inch.
Right, so you're only going to use half of that square then?
Yes, but I'll save one of them to make the tail.
Okay, oh yes.
So now that centre line, see, it's just the right length with that there.
Yeah.
So I'll line that up with 1/4 inch so that I get the seam allowance.
Okay.
Slice that away. Save your favourite fabric for the tail.
Okay. Oh, so you can do the same on that one as well
And that
to
was
make
the same. Yeah.
So it's not exactly a triangle, or is it? Oh, it's this.
But it's nice and straightforward. It's quite patchworky.
So now, do you make 2 of these identical, or mirror images of each other? Do you?
That will be one side of the face.
Yes,
but
that's
for
what I
the
mean.
opposite one, you'd have to switch them
Yes.
that way.
But it's in the pattern.
And
So
you only
just
need to
show
think about that if it's directional. If this one's directional.
Yeah. So if you use, where did that one come from? There. No.
That way, like that.
Come on, John. Right. So that's one side of the face.
Yes.
And then if you're using a directional fabric, you use which side? How?
You need to cut the other triangle. See, this one will be on the side
Right,
there.
okay.
But it needs to be pointing that way.
Okay. Right. Okay. In the instructions.
So stitch that on and then stitch one across the bottom and then, so we've done the legs and they're inserted and it's in the instructions again. We've taken that bit off, insert the legs and then stitch it back together.
Would there be enough fabric in the kit to make the dog longer for bigger doors? Mandy said, sorry for all the questions. Mandy, we love having your questions, so don't you be worrying about that. Is there enough fabric? There is enough fabric to make it a bit longer, isn't there?
There is, and you'd need to use leftover wadding because the cushion pad fits inside that size.
Okay.
But there's no, I mean, there's some cushion into that bit. You could just fill the snout bit with wadding.
And then put your cushion there.
Add a couple of extra patches on the end to make
Okay.
it longer.
So, sorry, I disturbed you there. So you've sliced this 2 inches up there, and you've put your feet in.
And the position of them are in the instructions. It shows where the legs go in.
And then you sew that back, so you sandwich the feet in between and sew it back together again.
Yes.
Is that what you do? So it looks like that, but there's a seam running along there with the 2 feet on this side and the 2 feet on that side, right?
And then the head, when the head's sewn together, pop the ear on. Actually, it's the other way round now. Let's do it this end.
Okay.
I've done the ear for this side. Base the ear. So these 3 are sewn together. So this is an entire piece now. Base the ear on.
Yeah.
The bottom of the ear falls in the seam. Sew those together.
Okay, so you can see now. So this is his nose. That's where his eye goes, and that's his ear there. And then he's got a foot there, and he's got a foot there.
And foot here. And once all that's done, pop it onto some wadding, trim some to fit. Pop it all on top of this.
While it's at this stage.
While it's at this stage, and quilt it. But when you're quilting, make sure you move the legs out of the way and the ears.
Oh yes, don't go over those yet.
And then embroider, draw on the eye, goes out about here. A few eyelashes.
Yeah, you get your embroidery thread in the kit, yeah.
And embroider the
Okay, so
eye
very
on.
quickly, because we've got to move on to the cat and the budgie, the nose and the tail.
The nose, sew those together, leaving an opening in the bottom. Fit everything. Oh no, the tail. I missed the tail out.
Yeah.
And you said it as well. One of these off-cut pieces. Fold it.
From the face triangle, the bit that was left over from that square where you've cut that. Just go out. Hang on, just coming to them. Right, so that's the square that you'd cut off the face. So this is the bit that's left over.
Now I'm going to have to look at the instructions because now I made one of these yesterday. There we go. So we fold the leg. Instead of folding it, you naturally want to fold it that way so it's perfectly in half.
Yeah.
Fold it so that the hypotenuse, is it, the long side.
The
fold
2
it,
squares of a triangle is what they make the sum of the hypotenuse, yeah.
Fold it that way,
Yeah.
stitch along here, and then trim off.
Oh, so you're making
this
like
bottom
ice
bit.
cream cone. Almost like an ice
yeah.
cream cone, yeah.
Turn it the right way out, stuffing in,
Yeah.
and then base that, pretend it's the right way out,
Yeah.
just in from the side so it's not going to get caught.
It's all,
in
oh
that
look, it
seam.
wags. So it's there. So you're sewing it into that end seam. So you're not adding anything on to the tail, you're just putting it into that end seam
It
there.
goes straight into that seam, yeah.
Okay, and then the nose.
Is the circle. I think it's 3 inches in diameter. Running stitch all the way around and then draw on the thread so it forms a cup.
Oh, okay.
Stuffing,
Stuff it.
bit of wadding inside, pull it up tightly, secure the thread and then stitch it in place.
Afterwards, after you've stuffed
here.
it and everything.
It's in the instructions as well. The nose is blunted as well. Just doesn't finish in a pot.
Oh, right, yes, of course, yeah. But
So
you sew that on when it's all
last
done.
thing, this goes on.
Yeah.
Stitch around twice so it's really secure. Close a hole.
I just
in
hand
the
stitch
bottom.
that, hand whip the whole together. Brilliant. Right, now let's move on to the cat. Oh, right, before going to the cat, these are the dates when the shows have been on. So if you want to see the dog being made properly, not properly, but Joe's just giving me the look. 21st of March, 9 o'clock. That's the dog. No, 11 o'clock is the dog. 11 o'clock is the dog. The cat is 9 o'clock on the 21st of March, and the budgie is the 7th of July. Right, so we're moving now on to the cat. Moving on. Okay, so, right, we're ready to do that.
Okay, the cat is really straightforward. It's 7 pieces, so 2 of these,
Yeah.
2 of these.
Instructions are all in there, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
The upper body, I think, is 7 by 4.5 inches. That one's just 7 by 4. This will be the tail. And the head is 2 squares cut on the bias so that the print is the right way up.
Go. Right. This is the Liberty bundle, which is this one here, $15.99. You get half metre each of the fabric, instructions, filling, and the skeins. And then I've also got another one to show you here as well. Right. I haven't got the whole bundle. That's not the Liberty bundle. Neither's that. There it is. So you get half a metre of the green, half a metre of the Liberty, the instructions, the thread, and the stuffing £15.99. Right? This is the I can only show the Liberty close. It's a really, really gorgeous little print, this one. There you go. Yeah, yeah. That's the Liberty fabric. That's beautiful, isn't it? And you get that with the dark green. It's the foliage green. Right, sorry, Jo, carry on. Making you work for your money today, aren't we?
I know.
Right, so there's 8 pieces, you said. Is that what you said?
7, I think.
Oh, 7.
8 if you're going to make the inner bag as well. If you want to weight it down, put something in.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah. We'll talk about that in a second.
So the head is cut on the bias, so it's as a diamond.
Yep.
And then with the ruler and the pen, I've just marked 2.5 inches out from the top down either side, and the same on the bottom. And then I'll just give this a little turn.
Okay.
And then
Shimoy Mary, you watching?
I'm going to cut, line those 2 markers up and cut across. And those 2 bits will be one ear. I can't see the marks now.
Oh dear.
I think it's there and there.
Rachel's back with us. She's been very poorly with flu, but she's back watching us now. Get better soon, Rachel.
Get better soon. I think I owe Rachel a message as well, which I'll do
Oh, do you?
very soon, yes.
Okay. So that's the head.
So that's the head. And these 2 pieces, it doesn't matter so much, with this being a really ditzy small print,
Doesn't matter about direction.
it doesn't, because 2 will be technically upside down, but...
There's not a direction with the paw print either, so you wouldn't need to worry about the paw print one either. And it's just said, oh, can I see the paw print? Has it got a direction, John? It's got about 50 million directions. That's me being totally exaggerating. There's not 50 metres. There's the bundle. Oh, I don't know why I'm pointing there. There's the bundle for it. And the black and the white, the instructions, the thread. Now you get pink thread on the black and white one, pink thread to do the pink face. Right. Sorry, go on.
Okay, so these are the offcuts, but these will be the ears.
Yeah.
One on top of the other, and sew around the outside.
Okay.
The pointy bit.
Okay, almost single figures with the Liberty. Well over, loads and loads have gone of these. Loads and loads have gone of these. And it's got a stress breathing going on upstairs.
There we go, and I'll just trim away the excess seam allowance at the tip there, so it turns nicely.
Okay. Sorry. Getting overexcited again.
I'll turn it the right way out. And then give the ear a little press. And one side is folded in, just to give the ear a little bit more
Okay,
shape.
so you fold it over the ear, like on this one here. I'm being a bit rough with this cat. It's like me playing with Norman in the morning. Come on, Norms. Oh. Nellie wants to play this morning. I'm like, Nellie, I've got to go to work. No, she's still not all right.
She's not well.
But we'll not talk about that. I had a bit of a wobbly day yesterday. Wasn't in a very good mood, and I couldn't figure out why. And I think it's because Nellie's not. Nellie's one of my cats. Nellie's still not too good. So you've just folded it in and basted it so it doesn't move. So you've got that lovely little fold.
Basted that fold in place and then trimmed away the excess, so I've got a straight edge along the bottom.
Yeah. And that'll just be sewn into that seam when you do that seam there.
Yes, this is the
Head.
face piece. And then baste the ears. So the folded side is the front of the ear, goes against the front of the face.
Okay.
And you can line up that corner there with this corner of the ear and baste those into position.
Oh, I can just see Shimoy Mary now stressing at home. Just watch Shimoy Mary, go to YouTube and watch the day that it's on. It's all done nice and peacefully there, I imagine.
There's one where I stitched the tail. I think I stitched the tail into the wrong bit. I think it was my first on-air mistake, and I had to own up. And
the thing is, the instructions do have all of these details. Now, as I said, it can be a soft toy, like the pink and grey one is here, or it can be a doorstop. So when we did it the first time, Jo put dishwasher. He made a little bag and put dishwasher salt in it, didn't it? Because if you put rice or lentils, you can get
Weevils, I think.
Weevils. No, what's a weevil then?
It wobbles, but it doesn't fall over.
Yeah. You don't put one of those in it. We do sell pellets. Sorry, I'm just going ahead with it. We do sell pellets. Now, these are the white ones. They are recyclable. So you can, any that are left over, you can put them in your recycle bin. You don't get yours in a vase, I'm afraid. But you do get, it's just to show what they're like. You get a kilogram, sizes 3 to 4 in the white. We're told that they do recycle. Or, now these will be heavy coming through the post, but we don't charge you any extra, it's only £2.95. These look smaller, the grey ones. Oh, it doesn't say how small they are, but they're slightly smaller, they're the grey ones there. You still get a kilo. You make a little bag and just pop those in the bottom. I'm just showing you those now. No.
So I've made the other ear in the same way, although this one was a mirror image to the first one.
How many minutes we got left? Got about 8 minutes. Okay. Oh, I can see that's a cat's face already.
Cat's face. For the front of the body, join 2 of these together. And then the back body needs the tail going in. And I had the tail here somewhere.
What's it made out of?
Oh, it's here, it's on the floor.
Yes, we're in and it's called, this house called Joe's Menagerie. We're in a bit of a zoo, aren't we? Shall I very quickly show you the bundles? Or do you want to do the bundles? Do you want to do the bundles or do you want to do the... Oh, do the details first when they're on. So if you want to see when the cat was made properly, on the 21st of March, 2017 at 9 o'clock, go to YouTube and you can replay it. And what you can do is you can fast forward and pause and things like that. So you can really, but also the instructions, I think if you know anything about sewing, you could do this one, this one with a dog, you could do really easily.
It's really straightforward.
It's not like the, that's not a hippopotamus, what's that? Unicorn. Right, the unicorn's brilliant, but there are some tricky bits of the unicorn.
There are.
Right, do you want to have a look at the bundles next? Got the Liberty one, which is this one. Very few of these left. Very few of these left. You get 1/2 metre of the Liberty fabric, 1/2 metre of the green, the black embroidery thread, the cat pattern, and the toy stuffing. Then the next most popular is the paw print bundle, which I'm not surprised. Black and white. It's going to look lovely, isn't it? Black and white. You get this, 1/2 metre of this and 1/2 metre of the... Can you make 2 out of this, out of the fabric?
Oh, comfortably, yeah.
Easy. You can easily make 2 out of this fabric. So you get pink embroidery thread on that one for the face, the stuffing and the instructions. This one, the pink and grey one. Very quickly. I have to get the budgie out in a minute at this rate. Pink and grey one there. You get the pink and the grey fabric, 1/2 metre each. The instructions, the toy stuffing and the embroidery thread, £14.99. Ooh, there he is. Next bit dog. One more very quickly, beige, which I'd call golden. There it is. The spot on 1/2 metre and 1/2 metre. Oh! Right, so hang on.
With this one, I thought it'd be nice to have the paw print in the middle, sort of black lower body and head.
Oh, yes, because then you've got your pink face on that bit there.
But this one, I've done, because the Liberty, I mean,
yes.
I wanted to use lots of Liberty.
Okay. So for the Liberty one, we've gone for Liberty fabric for the head, Liberty fabric for the tummy, and just green at the base. Whereas this one, we've gone for the black on the face, so the pink at the head, so the pink face will show up, the body, and then the black at the bottoms again.
Okay.
And Liberty's about to sell out anyway. And then the tail, you just make a tail, and in the back section of this, you sew it into there, don't you?
Yes, and the other key thing with this is this doesn't fit, but that's fine. Fold in half, find the centre of each, sew them together, and then this, it's detailed in the instructions, this is shaped
to make
to
the
fit
cat
here,
shape,
so don't
yes.
worry if that, because I drew all of the, as I made it, I drew all of the steps, so.
Oh yes, there's the tail, there's the shape of the body. And that's the panel at the bottom. And then the stitching in of the tail, and also, isn't there something funny around here? Isn't there something, don't you do something around here that's a bit, is that not on this one?
It's got box cheeks
that's it, box
the
cheeks.
bottom corners.
There's a little dart on the cheeks there, just to give it that extra little shaping in the face there. Okay, right. And now I've literally only got a couple of seconds left. We've got to do the budgie. Where's he gone? Where's Bertie gone? Right, let's get rid of that.
I've got a deflated Bertie.
Right. So there was Bertie and there was Barry. Shall I do the kits first before we do the There's Bertie the budgie, right? That's Bertie the budgie. Now Bertie's this one. Oh. Thank you very much. He's just flying in. Ooh. I'll do bundles in a minute because the graphics have all stopped. Oh no, here's Bertie. Here's Bertie. Right, so this one's Bertie. £22.99. So you get the fabric, the felt, the wadding, the embroidery thread, the toy filling, and the thread. £22. Yes, I said thread. £22.99. Right, so you get half of each of the blue, half of each of the white, half of each of the grey. There's something gone wrong with the computer again, so we'll just go through this. Right, anything, have you got your budgie instructions there?
I have, yes. There we go.
Thank you. So again, you get thorough instructions. With photos and with written instructions. You get all your pattern, well, there's the instructions. Then you get all your pattern pieces. Ooh. And there they are finished, the shape of them finished. Right, so this is Bertie. In the blue, the white, and the spot on. You get the felt for the nose, no, not the nose, beak, and the feet. £22.99. And I'm presuming you can make a couple out of the fabric.
Easily. I think, yeah, definitely two.
There's Barry with the darker blue, the heron grey, and the pale grey, and everything else to go with it. £22.99. Are there, because we've literally got about 3 minutes, are there any tips that you want to do? Because the budgie, you can see, what date was the budgie, sorry? I'm interrupted, I apologise. 7th of July, go to YouTube to see the budgie on the 7th of July. Any
little features about
yeah.
The wings, so that they lie flat and nicely by the side. They don't have stuffing in as such. This is what the wadding is for.
Okay. 2
wing pieces, and it's not symmetrical, so you need to cut out 2 with the template that way, and then flip it over for the other 2.
Oh, okay.
So
look like angels' wings.
You don't need 2 mirror image pieces, one on top of the other, and then on top of a larger piece that's larger all round.
Yeah.
Wadding, and sew together all the way around. Then trim away this excess.
Have you left a gap?
A gap at the top here.
Okay. Yeah.
Trim away the excess, and then clip the seam allowance around the edge, and then turn the wings the right way out, and that way you get that little bit of softness and body to them, but they still lie nice and flat, and the tail is the same. It has that wadding inside. Okay,
and stitching the body together, are there any tricky seams?
The tricky seam's probably this one, because you've got the chunky feet in there, but it's not too bad. Make sure they're basted into position so that they're not going to move when you sew this back body and the stomach.
And which order would you put it together in when you... So you make your beak like you do you make your feet, you make your wings, and you make your tail, so you've got all your components ready.
Yes.
Then which order do you put it together in?
I would sew this top face. I think the beak is basted to this lower face. So sew these 2 parts together, base this in. I don't know, I'd have to see the...
Okay, don't worry, sorry, no.
I think actually you sew this back head and this front bit, and then you join them, not all the way along.
It's a bit sad seeing the inside, isn't it, like that? Let me show it like that, there you go. So not all the way along, as in...
It's just to join them so that you can sew this seam together and get the beak in.
Okay. And do you leave that bigger gap at the back for the stuffing? Once
I got to the end, I would close this down to just about the start of the blue fabric here. So I had this opening to stuff.
Okay.
Because if you have the head fully completed, it's easier then to stuff the head fully. Add the eyes. They're just knot eyes, French knot or colonial knot.
Yeah.
Do that before you've closed the back, because then you can knot the end of the thread, take it in through the back of the body so the knot's inside. That secures the thread.
What eye is that? Is that a colonial?
That's a colonial knot. And then I go through to the next one, do that one, and I'll go between the eyes again once they're done, and just pull on the thread lightly, and it just brings the eyes in a little bit, gives them a little bit more character.
Have you done the dolphin?
Have I done a dolphin?
I could just see, look at this bit, go to the beak there. I can see the starting of a dolphin there.
It has.
It's not though, is it? It's Barry, or Bertie. It's Bertie the Budgie. Okay, brilliant. Right, let's just run through. Yes. Would you want to run through the bundles for the whole hour, Hannah? Or what would you like to do? I'll show you the dates again. Here you go. So if you want to see Jo making all of the items. So on the dates that I'm going to show you, it's where Jo made the whole item. We didn't rush through with 3 in an hour. So the cat doorstop is the 21st of March. Now, the cat doorstop can also be just a soft toy. You don't need to put the weights in it if you're not going to use it for that. The dog draught excluder, 21st of March, 11 a.m. And then the budgie that you've just seen now, 7th of July at 10 a.m. Okay, there's some issues going on with the project. So out of the 3 projects, if you're a beginner, which one would you go for first?
The cat.
Definitely the cat.
Definitely the cat.
So Shimoy Mary, you've picked the right one there. And now, I know what I need to ask, because we just said, make a bag and put weight in. How would you actually, because the bottom's open when you've stuffed it, isn't it? Do you not stuff it quite so full then?
Stuff it, so it's still a little bit of an opening in the bottom. Yeah. And the bag, I think, from memory, it's 5 inches by 10 inches a piece. Fold it.
Oh, I was going to say, that's huge. It's bigger than the cat.
Fold it over.
Yeah.
Leave one end, stitch around, leave one end open, put the beans in, then seal it, and then fit that inside. That way,
it just sits across the bottom.
Yes. It keeps the beans together, it stops them from migrating.
Oh, yes.
And then you lose the effect of them. And also, if the seam goes or if it gets damaged, they don't then scatter everywhere.
And also, if they, what's going to happen is if they migrate, your cat's going to do that, isn't it? It's going to fall over if it's got beans in its head. Yeah. Right, very quickly. The paw print cat, very, very popular. The Liberty one's about to sell out, and this is the paw print one. 1/2 metre of each of the fabrics, the pink embroidery thread, the instructions, and the toy filling, $15.99. And the dog, the yellow dog, this is the blue dog, but the yellow dog, very, very popular. There you go. You get the Cape Facet Fat Quarter. You get the instructions, you get the embroidery thread, you get the wadding, and you get the thing. £46.99. Okay, if you're a new customer, watch the advert in this break. When are you back?
I don't know off the top of my head, sorry.
She doesn't know. I'll be back in 3 minutes with Victoria Peat, and we're going to do a bag hour. I'll see you in 3 minutes.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
If you shop with us for the first time between Wednesday the 17th of January and Thursday the 18th of January and spend £30 or more, we'll give you an amazing bundle of free gifts. The bundle includes the book How to Use a Sewing Machine by Marie Clayton. It's packed with essential information on how to choose and use your machine, plus dressmaking techniques and expert troubleshooting tips. You'll also receive our 23cm dressmaking scissors with stainless steel blades for precise cutting. A pack of 7 Gutermann Sewall threads is included too, in warm French cottage colours. These threads are ideal for both hand and machine sewing. Altogether, these gifts are worth over £30, completely free for you as a new customer. So be sure to search through our online store filled with sewing delights, or watch our shows to find your perfect new purchase from the 17th of January. But don't delay, this offer is only available while stocks last. Sewing Quarter is the UK's first TV channel dedicated to sewing and quilting. On air and behind the scenes, our team of top industry experts work hard to bring you tons of exciting projects. Whether you're into dressmaking, bag making, piecing, patchworking or quilting, you'll learn something new every day from our talented guest designers and fabulous presenters. Our online shop is packed with tools, haberdashery essentials and fabulous fabrics, from simple solids to designer gems. And with our 30-day money-back guarantee and single daily postage charge, you can shop with confidence. So tune in daily on Freeview 78, Sky Channel 678 and shop online at sewingquarter.com. Get ready for a day of sewing delights on Saturday the 20th of January. Join me, John Scott, and Becky Blease and Rebecca Reed this Saturday morning for not one, but 2 fantastic projects from Simply Sewing magazine. At 9 a.m, Rebecca Reed will be showing us the casual and chic carry-all bag, exclusively available as a kit at Sewing Quarter, and first seen in Simply Sewing issue 38. This easy-to-create bag is the perfect accessory for weekends away. And at 11 a.m, you'll be singing in the rain when Rebecca creates a charming raindrop cushion using a selection of pretty blue hued fabrics. It will be the perfect accompaniment to your favourite chair. So don't miss these stunning projects on Saturday the 20th of January, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Join Jess Entwistle on Thursday as she makes this quirky cube bag from the book 25 Ways to Sew Jelly Rolls by Briony Greenberg. This fabulous pattern for a patchwork bag is simple to follow, but the finished bag makes the perfect new accessory for you or someone special. We'll have 3 stunning fabric choices for you: Kaffe Fassett's Bright Island Fat Quarters pack, sun prints from Alison Glass in blue and red, and classic neutrals by Liberty and Tim Holtz. So settle down at 9 a.m. on Thursday the 18th of January for an hour of Jess's expert tuition, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678.
As soon as you place an order with us, we get to work on making your shopping experience that extra bit special. Our warehouse team pick your items and cut your fabric with the greatest care and precision. Cut fabric is neatly folded and packed in a tissue paper-lined presentation box. And when we're satisfied that it's just perfect, it gets the Sewing Quarter seal of approval. So whether you're giving a gift or treating yourself, you can shop with confidence, knowing your Sewing Quarter purchases will arrive in style.
It's official, Sewing Quarter has arrived on Sky TV. You can join us on Sky 678 7 days a week. Add Sewing Quarter to your Sky favourites so you never miss a programme. And if you set a series link, you can catch up on our shows from each day at any time. If you don't have Sky, you can still join in the fun by watching us on Freeview Channel 78, on our website at sewingquarter.com and on YouTube. So tune in on Sky Channel 678 or on Freeview Channel 78. We'll see you there.
Now I know you want to know the winner of yesterday's competition. As soon as I know, you will know. But before we do that, I've got a couple of things I need to tell you. Spend and save. Now this is a fantastic deal. Now it's not things that have been on the telly. It's only things from the web shop, right? It's only things from the web shop. And what you do is you go to our website, www.sewingquarter.com. You go to shop. And you can look, now I'll just explain what you do, right? So if you spend £10, you get 5% off by putting in that code, SAVE5. You spend £20, you get 10% off by putting in that code. And spend £50 and get 20% off putting in that code. Now, wouldn't it be brilliant? And that's nothing that's on today's show. Nothing on today's show. You can come back to me. Because I'm just thinking, right? If you do quilting, buy your wadding. Buy your creative grids, buy all the, because it can't be things that are on the telly, but anything that's on the website, apart from, you can't buy gift vouchers, and you can't buy electrical things, but anything else, wadding, rulers, stash, things for your workroom, scissors, rotary cutters. If you spend over £50 more, you're going to get 20% off. So how fantastic is that? 20% off. So if you spend £100, you get £20 off. It's brilliant. But it's only today, I think that one, isn't it? Only today, that one. So have a look again at the codes. Just have a look at the codes if you haven't got them. Is this the 4 p.m. one? This is the 4 p.m. one, right? Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I thought you were going back to the slide. There's the slide. £10, you get 5% off. £20, you get 10% off. And £50, you get 20% off. Now, it's only things from the web. It's only items from the web. And it's only till 4 o'clock today, which is 4 o'clock on Wednesday. So if you're watching at 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's not you. It's 4 o'clock today at Wednesday. So you've got like 5 hours to do that. Right, what's next? Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to wait for the slide. Let's just, who? Right, if you were in the competition yesterday, all you have to do is buy something. You could win this gorgeous sewing box with all the stuff in it, right? Mary Walker, you have won it. It'll be winging its way to you in the next couple of days. So congratulations. Normally we do a slide and everything, but the whole computer system's playing up a little bit today. So Mary Walker, well done indeed. Now, should we get on with some bags? Yes, let's go on with some bags. Look at this. Isn't this cute? Isn't that lovely? Really, really beautiful. Victoria Peat has made that for you from a book by a friend of hers, which is just fabulous. This is the most gorgeous bag, but every time we bring it, now I think I've done it twice already. Each time I've shown this book, it sells out. We order more, it sells out. We order more, it sells out. It is a fantastic book. It's called The Bag Boutique by Debbie von Grabler-Crozier. And isn't it, it's a beautiful, beautiful book. Now, hang on. You've got some of the most incredible, I mean, the thing is, they're all so different. Lots and lots, there's all about techniques and everything like that. And then when you get onto the projects, each of the projects, have got a name. So, see, we're still on techniques at the moment. Oh, sorry, we're not even looking at the book, yeah? We're still on techniques at the moment. All right, then we get to projects. Here we go, the bags. They've all got names, ladies' names, look. So you've got the Laurel, and then the instructions, gorgeous pictures. The Liesel. You've got the Shirley. You've got the Tilda, or Tild. Now the Hannah, we've got the Hannah somewhere here, because our Hannah, producer Hannah, she loves it. She loves it. It looks like Hannah today. Claudia. We've got, now we've made the Lotta. We've got the Lotta somewhere, because we made the Lotta last time I was on with Victoria doing this. Minnie. They're just the most beautiful bags. And I'll show you, I've got some of the bags here to show you. And you've got patterns and templates in the back. It's the most brilliant book. All those projects, 20 for £14.99. Right, so today we're going to be showing you this one, which is the Kirsten. And we've done 2 bundles for the Kirsten. We've done a red bundle and we've done a blue bundle. This is the red. That's the red bundle, right? So what you get in your bundle is, yeah, that won't go live, it's fine. What you get is, you get 2 meters of fabric. So you get 2 meters of fabric, you get the ribbon, you get the zip, and you get the thread. So the fabric, you get ½ meter of these 2 and 1 meter of this one. Okay? That's the red one, £26.99. That's a good bundle anyway, full stop, isn't it? That's the bundle for the Kirsten red bag bundle. Tilda, that's Tilda Minerva. Now, I think, you see, that was in Miss It, Miss Out yesterday, so I don't think there'll be any of that left. Apart from these bundles. We're not getting it again. We cannot get it again, but we have got the new Tilda range arriving in a couple of weeks' time here at Sewing Quarter in February. Right, and then we've got the blue Minerva bundle. And this one, you get ½ meter of Minerva, ½ meter of this one. Let me just show you in the wrong order. ½ meter, and 1 meter. There you go. So they're the 2 bundles. That one's got blue ribbon on it. Obviously, the other one had red ribbon on it. Lovely, good quality grey grain ribbon as well. £26.99. So they're to make the I thought it was called Kirsten. It's Kirsten, not Kristin. It's Kirsten. The first one said Kirsten. Okay. There's the bundle. No, I did tell them before we started. Kirsten, it's called Kirsten, not Kristen. Blue bag bundle. It's beautiful. It doesn't matter about the name. You'll get it as long as you get the blue one. Now, we also, let me very quickly show you this, because we've done a Margaret in the past, right? This is the Margaret. Oh, I'll put it that way because it's got a zip on that side. Really, really beautiful, beautiful. It's from the book. That's Margaret, right? I've got the bundle, not with it hasn't got the furniture, but I've got the fabric for that. So what you get here is you get 1½ meters of fabric here, and then you get the fat, I'm looking on camera, fat 8th pack for £64.49. metre of cameo, half a metre of duck egg, Bakawa. They're linen look, it's not linen. I'll show you Margaret in the book in a second. I'll show you Margaret. Oh, now, before I go wandering off shopping, I've got to show you these as well. Oh, here you go. Special deal. Special deal. If you want to make any of the bags out of this book, these would be gorgeous, right? They're obviously K-facet. Right, if you buy both of these, so you get 10 in this one, 10 in this one, if you buy them both together today, it's like a special deal for the day. It's only today until tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock or until stocks last. If you buy this and this, they'd normally be £85.98. But today, £10 off, £75.98. It's lovely. It's gorgeous. Right, okay, have a look at Kirsten again. Because, oh, here we go then. Right. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with bags at the moment here today. All of these, they look gorgeous. They look completely gorgeous. I'll just show you this first of all, because this is Hannah. And Hannah's got this already. She's made stuff. Not in this colourway. She didn't make it in this colourway. This is her going out bag. You know when she goes out with little Amy? She wears this. Where was it you went to last week? Magic Door.
Magic Door.
She said it really fitted in well at a rave. Right, okay. Right, let's get on. So we're going to demonstrate, you're going to demonstrate this bag.
Yes, a portion of this
Kirsten.
Yes, Kirsten
right,
bag.
so I am going to just move these, because these are, look at, this is in there.
That's a fab one.
This is
How
gorgeous,
great is
isn't
that?
it? That's in the book as well. We love that one. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to move it, because I feel like we're kind of crowded in a little bit.
Stuck in.
There we go. Because I just want Pet to see that one as well. Because
Lovely.
that looks such an elegant, Kirsten looks a really, really elegant, sophisticated bag, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a really lovely bag. And I think the linen effect fabric helps with that.
Yes.
That's
And
nice.
what's good is it looks like linen, but it's not linen. It's 100%
No, so it won't
Macau
crease.
cotton.
No, linen's terrible for that, isn't it?
Just to warn you, the book is absolutely flying out again.
It's a fab book. It's really great.
Let's get on with the project. And
Because
then
as you
we'll look at
say,
the
it's
book
got
in a
lots of
second.
techniques at the front of the book.
Yes,
which
we'll go through in
really
a second.
help you.
Victoria can go through it in a second, show you all the techniques and shoes.
So
but let's get sewing.
what I've prepared is part of the front of the bag. So I've got 2 side panels and a middle panel and a pocket, and I'll show you some of the elements of that. So here.
So is it this section?
Yes, so it's this section here. Well, actually, all of the front I have. How much we'll actually get to see.
Oh, I've just
I'm not
noticed
sure.
there's a zip. I was thinking, where's the zip? The zip's there.
A little hidey zip.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
It's a nice touch, isn't it? So in the back of the book, as John said, you've got lots of pattern pieces. For this bag, though, you actually only have 1 pattern piece, which is nice and simple.
Okay.
The rest of it is all worked out as you go along.
Right.
And there are measurements given in the instructions.
Yep.
So it's a bit of both. So from the pattern piece, you start off and you cut out 2 side panels from your chosen fabric, and we've taken the linen effect. And on the reverse of those, we've attached some lightweight interfacing on the back of those.
Okay.
And then the book instructs you to cut out a central panel, and the measurements I can't quite remember. They're obviously the same height as this, and I think it's like 6 1/4 or 6 3/4 inches wide. And to the back of that, I've put on some fusible fleece.
Right.
And we've got H640.
Is that this?
No, that's a thermolam.
Oh, I haven't got a sample. I haven't got a sample.
We didn't have a
What's
sample.
it look like? So it's just well, it feels like a very thick Viling or Visaline.
Yeah, it's got a slight fleeciness to it, and on one side it's got lots of little bobbles, which are the adhesive part.
So you can and you iron it on.
Yes, you iron it on. The way that I attach mine is that I get my pressing cloth, my fabric pressing cloth. I stick it under the water, completely drench it, wring it out so it's not dripping. I place it on top of the interfacing, and I take my iron at the appropriate setting. I think it's on the 2 dots.
Yeah.
And I put it on, let go. Count to 15.
Right.
Pick it up, move it to the next spot, count to 15, move it to the next spot. And you just do it really slowly.
And
take
it doesn't
your time.
drench the
because
interfacing or the fabric?
The cloth effectively creates some steam.
Oh, so it's making super steam, really?
Yeah, and it makes it nice and even.
Yes.
And then leave it to dry
or
to set,
yes.
if you like. So don't work with it straight away.
It's a metre square you get for $9.99.
But for this project, you only need a small amount.
But it's something that's, if you make a lot of bags, then it's something you're always going to be going for, isn't it?
I think the Lotta bag, or Lottie bag, I used it for that from memory, but my memory's not very good. But I'm pretty sure it was used for that.
Sorry.
Can't remember.
Okay.
So you will use it on other projects within the book.
Yeah.
We've got a little patch pocket on the front. In the book itself...
Can I just ask a quick question? Is that a dart in the top there?
Yes, there's a little dart
Oh, okay,
in the base.
I just couldn't figure out what that little Venus
that's
was.
fine.
Okay, in the bag.
So in the book, in the Kirsten, Debbie's designed this with a patch pocket. She's got a patch pocket on here and a flap on the top as well.
Right.
For the sample, I just did the bottom one because I didn't have any snaps.
Okay.
So I've just done a standard slip pocket, but
Okay.
you can do the same for the top. So you just use a rectangle in a different size.
Lovely.
The instructions that she gives you for making the patch pockets, you make sure that you read everything.
Before you start.
Before you start. It's a really brilliant book. It takes you through everything, but read through it first. The patch pocket, it says you're going to be making a 4-inch patch pocket. I
Right.
think it said 4-inch.
Yeah.
Don't cut your fabric 4 inches.
Right.
You cut your interfacing 4 inches by 4
Oh,
inches.
okay, but that comes in the technique section,
And
does it?
so back in the technique section, you've got the instructions on how to do that. So you're cutting your interfacing at 4 inches
Right.
and your fabric bigger.
Okay, yes.
Because it's quite difficult sometimes to sew your pocket, and if it's all interfaced,
Yes.
to turn it through and get nice corners is really
Of
tricky.
course. Right.
So I've got the interfacing that I've applied, and I've just used standard fusible interfacing that we
Okay.
sell. I don't know if you've got
I think we just got it on the
packets or
website.
not.
Oh no, I've got it. I've got black here.
Oh,
but,
this is the lightweight one.
That
No,
one,
no,
no.
that's the one I've used for these side panels.
Okay.
But
So
I've
the lightweight
used-
for the side panels, the regular one that we normally sell for the pocket
Yeah.
panel.
And you can either use 1 layer or 2 layers if you want a slightly stiffer pocket.
This is black, this one.
So that's the one that I've used on the back
Yeah.
of the side panels.
Okay.
Just to give a bit of weight
Okay.
to it.
All right.
So the patch pockets, you've got your interfacing with your fabric larger, and your lining fabric is the same size. So you place those right sides together.
Okay.
Sew around the outsides, leaving a small gap for turning.
Right.
Turn it through. Okay. I'll not demonstrate that just now. I'll move on to the zip
no,
because I
that's
think the
okay.
patch pocket is relatively simple.
Yes,
Once
but
you-
that's just a nice little technique to know about.
It's a lovely
something, yeah.
technique, and you can just trim your corners, and it's much easier to turn it through. You get a much nicer finish at the end if you don't have interfacing all the way up to the sides.
And your seam allowances and everything like that, yeah.
And then you can play about with the lining. I've gone for a main fabric that matches the side panels and gone for a lining that matches the front panel, but you could use the fabric that we've included for the lining.
As the
instead.
lining, yes.
So mix and match a little
Okay,
bit.
brilliant.
Okay, so that's your patch pocket. You would then attach your patch pocket wherever you like on the
Yeah.
front, and it gives you measurements 2 inches down and placed centrally on the bag.
So that your blue panel there is the equivalent of this red panel here, and
Yeah.
you've sewn your patch pocket on with the red lining inside, just where it tells you to do it on the pattern.
Yeah.
So you're making the whole of this thing before you attach it
Yes,
to the bag.
yeah, you would attach your patch pocket first.
Okay.
Right, so the zip itself, like I say, we've cut these pieces. At the same time, you're also cutting from your lining fabric 2 rectangular pieces of lining fabric.
Okay.
We're going to take the zip, and I'll grab a pin. We're going to take the zip and place that on the front of the bag.
Just coming in with the upstairs camera.
I'm going to place that
There you
on
go.
with facing downwards on one of the side panels.
Okay. Oh, Debbie's instructions are very thorough, aren't
Yes,
they?
yeah, they are very thorough. And sometimes I find with instructions, they don't make sense until you're doing it.
Yes.
And you think, what on earth is going on? Follow it.
Well, and
Just go with
also,
it.
a lot of people message in saying they're visual, so watching your demonstration, you can read a pattern over and over and over again sometimes, and it's only
think,
when you actually see somebody put it and think, oh,
That
it's
makes sense.
It really is as plain as anything, but it's just you don't pick it up just by
Doesn't
reading
make sense.
it. But
So I'm just going to stick this on, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to baste it.
okay, it's at the top.
place.
It's not in the back. I thought you'd put it in the middle, so it's at the top.
I did
Of the section.
actually put that one in the middle.
Oh, sorry.
Because I wasn't reading those instructions carefully. Didn't listen to my own advice.
But in the instructions, it says put it at the
It
top.
does say put it at the top.
So
When
you
I went
sat
back
and
and I
read
went-
it all.
Oh, yeah, I sat and read it all. It went out of my head.
Yeah.
Just going to pin that for the time being.
Okay.
And then you take one of your lining pieces
Right.
and place that over the top.
So you've sandwiched the zip.
So we're going to sandwich the zip in the middle.
Right.
And I'll just...
So now you just said you'd baste it. You mean as in you'd have basted the zip and then put your lining on
Yes,
the
you can.
top?
It depends on how comfortable you are with stitching and zips and
Yes.
whatever.
So in the real world, you'd have had a line of basting stitches there holding zip
Yeah,
in
if
place,
you-
and now you're just sandwiching it.
Yeah,
with
if
the
you're not
lining.
comfortable, I
Yeah.
would baste that in
I
place
would
first.
definitely be basting it.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So make sure that you've got your zipper foot on your machine. All
Yes,
ready to
she
go.
says.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I
No,
didn't.
yeah,
I
but-
didn't. Oh, that's because I was going to do the pocket and I changed my mind.
Oh, okay.
Go straight for the zip because the zips are slightly more challenging. Whoop. Challenging project. So I'll just find my zipper foot.
We've got a special, while Victoria's changed the foot, this machine is brilliant. It sells for £1,699 on an everyday day. It's the Aylner 730 quilting machine. But today, if you buy it today, just for 24 hours until stocks last, right, you also get 3 free gifts. You get Stuart Hillard's book, you get the Kaffe Fassett Fat Quarter Bundle, and you get the Sewing Quarter pinkages. So that's either look at it as a saving of £80.97 or free gifts worth £80.97. The reason lots of our quilting ladies and gentlemen like this is because it's got a much, much deeper throat. So if you are doing lots of big quilts, you've got that extra space between. So it's got the quality and the style of the 680, but it's got that extra space for you to get the quilts through.
Right, so what I'm going to do is at the very bottom of the zip,
And we'll just come in on
here, so where we've got the bottom,
that. Yeah. There you go.
so at the bottom of the zipper tape where the stopper is, on the side that's nearest the raw edge, just fold that in
Oh.
when you stick it down.
Why is that? Oh, you'll see.
So yeah, well, if you look at the sample bag that I made, at the base of this end, in here, you're just folding under in here, so that otherwise you
okay.
have the bit of the zipper tape sticking out here,
Oh,
so it's
yes,
tucked
of course,
into the
of
seam.
course, of course, of course.
So we're just going to sew along
With your zipper foot in place.
with my zipper foot in place. Find my presser foot. Check on.
Oh, there we go.
And then I'm just going to go back a little bit over the end of the tape. Take your zip pins out as you go along.
Yeah.
Now when you get to a point where your zipper puller
Yes.
is in the way, I leave with the needle down, lift the presser foot, and then you can put your hand in and pull the zip puller out the way past the foot, almost.
Can you see? Oh, there you go. But the needle stays in the whole time.
Keep
you just
the
lifted
needle
your
in.
foot up a little bit more to get the zipper head through.
Yes, makes it easier. Otherwise, you end up sewing in a slightly wavy
Yes.
direction. Sew all the way to the top. And needle up. Okay. So that's the first half of your
Okay.
zipper in. Now what we want to do is base, stitch, is probably a better word than baste,
Yeah.
the lining of the zip so that it sits.
So it doesn't. So when you've got the bag, it doesn't keep folding out. Is that what you
because
do it
well,
for?
when you sew the bag, the zip sits sort of on this edge.
Yes.
So we want the zipper tape to be attached to this seam allowance
Right.
underneath
Yeah.
here.
So it's almost a little bit like understitching,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah, a bit like an understitch. I'm going to put that under the machine.
Okay.
And I'm just going to do that where the zip is. Don't go all the way from the far edge.
Oh no! So you're only stitching where the zip is.
Only where the zip is, because it's just holding the zipper tape in
Yep.
place.
A tractor.
A tractor?
Not attractor. It's a lady that watches us, a viewer called Attractor.
Oh, hello.
It's just that Hannah hasn't seen it written down before. And she was like, look what Attractor's made.
Let's see. Oh, a Hannah.
A Hannah bag. She made it for one of her friend's daughters. Look at the cat. Look at the cat outside the front door waiting to come in. Hannah thinks you've got a sports car. What's the car, Attractor? That's lovely. That might not be Attractor. That might be the person she made it for, though, mightn't it? Oh, it's definitely in her house, is it? That's what I'm saying. It could be the other person's house.
But the cat's thinking, stop taking pictures. Let me
Yes, the
in.
cat's stop taking pictures. Just let me in and get my food. That's from the book. That's the Hannah. That's this one that our Hannah has got. Do you know what? I'll get a picture of our, because our Hannah looks quite glamorous when she gets dressed up to go out, right? Well, she doesn't during the day, does she? You've got to be honest, right?
That's horrid.
She had her hair straightened last week.
Oh, I saw.
I know, she hated it.
Oh, did she?
She hated
Well,
it.
it's very different.
It's very different. And she'd had her eyebrows done, didn't she? Like that?
Oh, I didn't notice. It was too early in the morning for me to notice.
Right.
Okay, so you've got your stitch, your understitching, if you like.
Yes.
That's in place.
Yeah.
So we're going to fold all of that out the way. So
Right.
you've got just the zipper tape, and look at
Yes.
that wonky mess I've made there. Don't look. So you've got a zip in here somewhere
my fault,
with a no
apparently.
wonkiness.
Yes.
And you take your right sides of your fabric,
Yes.
main central panel.
Yeah.
You're going to turn it so that it's right sides together.
Is this the fiddliest bit of the book? Bit of the bag?
Yes, which is why I thought I would demonstrate this part.
No, I'm not saying it's over fiddly, but it's you've got to concentrate, haven't you? It's not something you still. It's not like just sewing straight line seams together.
No.
You are concentrating. But I think it's worth it because the finished effect of that zip down the side is really
Yeah, it's really
lovely,
clever because it just
really
hides
lovely.
in. So I'm just going to stick a couple of pins in. So I've just matched up my raw edges, and this section here is the top of the bag.
Yeah.
So I've matched the top of the floral panel with the linen look panel.
Okay.
I'm just going to pin those temporarily because we're also going to get the other side of the pocket.
Oh goodness, yes.
So on the other side, don't worry about matching up this edge here.
No.
Just get the raw edge of this matching up with the raw edge of the zip and of the blue floral
Yeah.
on the other side.
Do you ever get flustered? I can't imagine you ever getting flustered.
Yeah, plenty.
Oh,
all the
do
time.
you?
Yes.
I think you're very calm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like a swan. All flustered underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't show. Never shows.
Well, I'm a bit cross about that zip.
Oh no! I knew when you turned it over and you looked at me like. So, I mean, I don't want to highlight your mistake. Why did it go? Why?
Because I didn't baste.
Oh, okay. So
if you'd have
you
basted
basted
it would have been
Oh, so
fine.
what happened was it moved when you took the pin out. It
moved too much.
Because I was thinking, how can you've done that with zip foot? But so this is a tip, you see.
Baste.
Because obviously at home you're not going to make it live in front of millions of people and on telly
And trying
and
to
in
rush.
50 minutes and all that. But you know what I mean. So make sure you baste your zip in.
Do baste
Yeah.
it. It will make a difference.
Yeah.
So we've made a sandwich. On top is the floral.
Yeah.
Right sides down on top of the section you've just shown.
Yes.
Just onto the zipper tape,
Yeah.
the free zipper tape,
Yeah.
and then you've got a piece of the lining fabric underneath.
Okay.
We're
It just
gonna do-
looks complicated, but what you're actually doing is just putting the zip into the two sections that are then going to. We'll see
Yeah.
when you say it. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're not basting it again then.
No, I'm not basting
So you
it
might get
again.
angry
See, I haven't
again
learnt.
Well, no, but you know, if we want to get a demonstration done, you know what I mean.
If you want to see the essence.
Yes.
Oh, and I've not folded in. That's what I haven't done.
Sorry, my bad. It's my bad.
Again, you need to just fold in
The end of the
that
zip.
little end.
Yeah.
Keep it out
Sorry,
of the
can we
way.
just see?
Yes,
sorry, can
of
you
course.
see that?
Sorry, I'm
No,
rushing.
no. So the upstairs camera's quite slow. That's all. There you go.
So
So you
just
just folded in
folding
the end there. That's it.
That bit in, so it's out of the way.
It's a Mitsubishi, Hannah. Nothing as glamorous as a sports car. Oh, a tractor. Have you got snow? Have you got snow? They said you had snow today in your. Did you have snow?
A light
Oh,
smattering.
just a nice. And you're more north.
Yeah,
from
I'm
here,
more
aren't you?
north. And I went to go and collect the children from gymnastics last night, so it was about 7:30. It was like a blizzard.
Yes. Oh no, it was.
Really,
I texted
really.
our Hannah. She never replied, saying we're having a blizzard here where I am.
Yeah, I couldn't
she
believe
just
it.
put a picture up on Facebook of her in the sunshine in a summer frock, and I was like, "Is it sunny where you are? Because it's like a blizzard here." Nothing.
Yeah.
But then I messaged little Paul the other night. Nothing. Nothing.
Funny, isn't it? Then this morning, it was all pretty much gone.
Do what?
This morning, it was pretty much gone.
Yeah, I came out of my house thinking, oh, it doesn't, because you know when you open the curtains, you say, oh, it's fine outside, and then went to the front of the house, and the car's completely covered, not completely covered in snow, but the top of the car was, and then it iced up. So my poor old neighbours at 10 to 5 this morning, oh,
I bet you're popular.
Oh, no, I haven't got anyone that close. It's just
haven't you?
sheep.
That's all right. Okay, and again, the same thing. When you get to a point where your zip puller is going to go in the way. This machine's nice, how it's got an up, and then it's got a double up.
But I suppose because it's made for quilting people.
Yeah, that's
a great function. You've got the extra throat space, and you've got the extra lifting of the foot.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Especially when you're doing bulky things, and for bag making, you always need that space.
That's the machine, £1,600. It's a brilliant machine. Sells for £1,699 every day. But today we're giving you an extra. Was it £80 and 79 pence? £80 and 97 pence worth of freebies. There it is. Very quickly. There it is. Right.
Okay. So that's when you open it out. That's how I've finished.
Yeah.
I've sewn along this line here. This one.
Coming in. There you go.
So I've just sewn along here. Again, just where the zipper tape is, don't go all the way down here. All the way up to the top. So when you open it out, you're left with the beginnings of what your pocket will look like. So now...
But it's worth it because it looks so... A lot of bag designers think, oh, it's only a bag, so they just put a zip in and then you've got the raw edges in there.
No.
My next neighbour was doing a pattern the other day. It was for a makeup bag, but she was like, I've got all raw edges, and the instructions had said. So it was like kind of such a shame that you've quilted all the outside and then it's got a raw edge inside. Whereas
that's such a shame.
Looks like a really expensive designer bag.
It'll look really lovely.
So it's because it's not that difficult. It's just tricky. So if you follow the instructions properly and you baste when you're supposed to baste, it's going to be fabulous. Right.
So now, like we edge stitched a minute ago, we're going to do the same thing on the inside of the bag.
Okay.
It just means that the lining it likes to roll out, go back where it came from.
Yeah.
So you would press it and then you would do the same thing. You would stitch down along this edge.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do that.
Yeah. While you stitch that, can I go and do bundles?
Yes, you can.
Don't do anything else, though.
No, I'll just do that.
I'll just do bundles quickly. Here we go, then. Starting with the blue one, which is the one that Victoria is demonstrating. So it's called Kirsten, not Kristen. In the book, it's don't be looking for Kristen, look for Kirsten. You get 1/2 metre of the blue, Minerva blue, 1/2 metre of the linen effect Macawa, and 1 metre of the lining. Well, it's not lining, it's a Macawa fabric. The zip, the thread, and the ribbon. £26 and 99 pence. I think you get 4 metres of ribbon, don't you? Yeah, 4 metres. It's lovely ribbon as well. £26 and 99 pence. Or, of course, let me just move that, sorry. Or, of course, you can do it in the red. Again, you get 1/2 metre of the red Minerva. It's the Minerva fabric. There's the 1/2 metre of that, 1/2 metre of the slate linen effect, and 1 metre of the grey, plus the red thread, the white zip, and the red ribbon. £26 and 99 pence. Right, now there's an awful lot of red ones in baskets. Okay, that makes the one that Victoria's already made. Here it is. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, quick question to Victoria. If you were to do the flap on that, would you have kept the flap in the same grey fabric, or would you have done the flap in the floral?
I think I would have done the same in the grey.
The grey floral flap
but
fabric.
on the underside, I would have put red.
Oh, yes, so when you opened it up, you've got the red. Oh, nice. The book that this bag comes from, and the other bags that I've been showing you in this hour, it's such a beautiful book. And fantastic value, and the bags are all exquisite. That weekend travel bag is gorgeous, isn't it? I'll show you again when I move over there. £14 and 99 pence. The Bag Boutique by Debbie von Grabler-Crozier. Right, now, the one we're doing is called Kirsten. Oh, now, the only criticism I've got this book, right, is she hasn't put them in alphabetical order. So if you have to need to go and find Margaret, Ingrid, Krista, Margaret, Oh, there's the Margaret bag. This is the Margaret bag. Right, so this is the Margaret bag in the book. This is the Margaret bag for real. See, I automatically just did it like that, but in the design, this is the one that's got a bit too much shopping in it, I think. In the design, it actually folds over, and you make like a messenger bag from it with the strap.
It's nice because you've got options on how
Yeah, no, it's fabulous. I just hadn't sussed it. And then I've got the fabric. Now, I've just got the main fabric to make that bag with the Margaret bag, none of the furniture. So I've got the Fat 8s bundle from Tilda. Now, we're not doing Tilda Cottage or Tilda Harvest anymore. Well, we're not buying anymore, obviously, because there's a new range coming in February. But you get here the duck egg bundle. So you get half metre of this, metre of the cameo there, and then the Fat 8s bundle for £64 and 49 pence. Oh, say that again, these two. Right, I've got this. 2 bundles, 20, you get 20. This is just if you want to make one of the bags, you're thinking, oh, I'd love to make that out of cave fabric. You get 20 fat quarters. Today, and today only, until stocks last or until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, you save £10. You save £10. It would normally cost you £85. Lots of you already taken advantage, so who knows, it might run out before 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. But so it's £10 saving on that. Right, back to the bag. Or you wanted me to show? No? That's fine. No, it's fine. No? Right. So what's the next
Okay,
stage?
so we've done the zip and we've edge stitched to secure that lining to stop it creeping out. We now need to sew the front of the panel onto the central panel. Yeah. So you flip those out right sides together. You pull this pocket out the way. Those right sides together. And then again, keep your zipper foot on. It's just easier to get in.
Well, because it gets, there's lots at the top, isn't there, where the zip starts?
Yeah, so it's actually the bottom. So we're just going to go in here from where you finished stitching before. Yeah. And sew all the way from this point here. So we've sewn, this is the bottom of the zip. Yeah, there we go. There you go. So we've sewn the bottom of the zip and we've edge stitched to here. We've pulled the lining of the pocket out of the way. Yeah. And then we've got the pins and we're going to sew all the way to the bottom. So you literally start the minute the zip stitching stops, you start this stitching. Yes. There. Yeah. Yes. Actually, I'm going to sew the other way because I've pinned it from the wrong side. Oh, okay. In real life, you'd go from the zip down to the bottom. Yeah. And let's just change. Got my. Sorry, I'm just going to change the zip. No. That's moving. Working. Was it moving? I'm trying to move the needle across. Oh no, it's not moving. It's not moving, is it? Okay. So we will go and change it back to where we were. They moved then. Oh, they moved then. No, and then we go to stitch number 4. We'll stay where we were. Oh yes, thank you. That was a bit in my face. Can't see you, that's all. Couldn't see anything. Yeah, it's just not quite underneath the feed dogs. Oh. And it's not picking up. So that should hopefully go. There we go. No, is it not going? Might be because I'm stitching with the fleece. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to flip it over round, and stitch from the other side. Sometimes with fleece it gets a bit clogged in, not clogged in the feed dogs, but the feed dogs can't grip it as well. Yes, of course. Because it's a bit on the fluffy side. Let's try that side. Let's just have a look. Someone's just asked what the other bag on the... What was the name of the... Lotta bag. That was the bag we did, wasn't it? That's better. Just as you're sewing, just make sure that you keep your pocket out of the way. Yeah. This was somebody just asked what the other bag behind. This is the Lotta bag.
Now, when you made this with us last time, it had because this isn't one of yours. This is one.
No,
that came
that's
with
one that Debbie's made.
that Debbie made. You've made this one as well.
Yes.
And yours had the
A little
you did lovely
applique.
crest and things on the front, didn't you decorate
Yes.
it? That's the Lotta bag, also in the book as well.
So there you go.
Right.
There is the front coming together nicely.
Okay.
So that's the bottom part of the bag sewn together.
Right.
So that's this bottom
Yeah.
part. So now you've got your zip,
And the bottom part.
open and here.
Right.
Okay.
But we don't worry about the pocket lining
So
at
the
moment.
pocket lining, we need to sew across the bottom of the pocket lining,
Yeah.
and then you flip this over, and when you attach this to this side, you catch in
Oh,
the pocket,
right.
so you don't need to
it
sew up
doesn't-
that side.
And also doesn't start sliding across then.
Yes,
does
it just keeps it in
Yeah.
place. So I'm just going to sew along
Okay,
this bottom edge.
perfect.
I just want to make sure
Yes.
that this sits nicely.
Yeah.
You would press this to give it a bit
Yeah,
more
because
of a-
obviously in real life you'd be pressing as you went along, wouldn't you?
press
sort
as
of
you
thing,
go
yeah.
along, because
Yeah.
you always get better results. And you can see here, this bit's really bouncy.
Yes.
But you give that a nice press. And the fusible fleece does press nice, gives a nice sharp edge.
Yeah, because a lot of the time when you press like wadding or fusing, it goes a bit crispy, but this doesn't, does it?
No.
Because it's got that.
Yeah,
it's
you've
meant
got to be
ironed, isn't it?
careful,
Yeah.
but it does come out quite
Yeah.
nicely. Pin there.
Would you now go back to your normal foot, or would you still stay with the zipper foot?
What do I sew next? Yes, you'd probably go back to your normal foot. So let's pop that back on.
Oh, okay. The book. Please check out on the book.
Are they
Got
going?
new stock in today. In fact, I can tell you now it's all sorted. When we came on air at 8 o'clock, it hadn't even been checked into the warehouse. So it's all been checked through, and so it's brand spanking new today.
There was a mild panic this morning, wasn't there?
mild?
Where are the books?
Yes,
Where are the
mild.
books? And the seam allowance that Debbie suggests in her book is a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance.
It's what,
Sewing
sorry, I missed
a
that.
1/4 of an inch.
Oh, 1/4 inch. So she's like a quilter. Well, a lot of bag makers are 1/4 inch, aren't they?
Yeah, and Debbie is a quilter, and
Yeah.
you can see that coming through in a lot of her bags,
Yes.
because a lot of them have got piecing, like the Margaret bag
Yes,
that's
yes.
got the pieced front to it. But where that was leading to is on the base of the pocket. It doesn't really matter if you do something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the bottom of the bag done, the pocket, and then you can place these right sides together and sew on the other side.
So it's unusual shape as well around the bottom, isn't it? That
Yeah,
kind of
it's
bell
quite
shape.
nice to give it a bit more interest rather
Yes.
than just a square bag. It makes, to me, I think a bag that's been shaped in this way makes it look more professional, because
No,
it's been thought about, the design.
Yeah, so it creates that lovely kind of bell shape because you've still got a box bottom on the bottom of the bag there, but you've got that lovely kind of curve. There's a designer, isn't there? Let me think who it is. I'm thinking Lulu Guinness, but I might be wrong. There's a bag designer who has, is it Anya Heinmarsh? That really lovely shape that goes like that. The thing is, that bag looks like an expensive designer bag,
Yeah, it
doesn't it?
does.
You know what I mean? Patricia, thank you both. I'm one of those that need visual help. Thank you for the demo from Trish.
Oh, thanks, Trish.
Thank you, Trish, my love.
Lovely.
Hannah needs all the help she gets, and she hasn't been watching at all this hour.
She busy?
What?
Has she been busy?
Oh, poor old Hannah. She sounds a little bit frazzled.
Oh, does she? Nearly done. Nearly done.
She's enjoying the sewing. It's just everything else, the politics that are going on that she doesn't like. Don't give her any more coffee.
Okay.
Right.
So then there becomes the front of your bag.
Fabulous.
So from here, you then apply this onto Thermolam, which is your
this?
sew-in. Yes, I think
Because
I've got
that was
some
going to be my next
open.
question, because this middle section, normally if you put a heavier section with two lighter weight sections, it kind of buckles in on itself, doesn't it? So that's what this...
Yeah, so what you've got to think about is that this piece, this front piece here that we made heavier by putting the 630, 40, can't remember which way around it is. So that's been reinforced or made padded. We're doing the rest of it at the same time, the whole front of the bag.
Okay, question Hannah's just got in. Why can't you use the same interfacing that you used in there, that you used the 640?
I think this gives a bit more flexibility. This is a bit more fluffy.
Okay.
This feels a bit more, almost like a little woolen blanket, like
Yeah.
a light woolen blanket. Gives a slightly
Okay.
different
Is this ironing? This is not.
No, this is sewing.
This is sewing.
Sewing.
Okay,
So what you would do is you would place this over your thermolam.
Oh, I can see it's totally different.
Yeah, it's a different feel,
This is
isn't
a
it?
lovely. That's what gives it that squidginess rather than the interfacing, just the stabilising.
Yeah. So you place that on top, and you trace around, cut it, and then you baste it in place.
Right.
And
So
then
you cover the whole section
piece.
with it. Right. Okay.
You then can cut out and sew your darts, but at the same time you also use this template to cut your lining and the back of the bag.
Okay. So the darts. Those darts that we saw on the pattern, are they the box
Yes, they're
bottom?
they create the box
It's sort of
bottom.
floated off somewhere, won't it?
It has
like
floated
everything
off. I
else
made it out of gossamer tissue paper.
Oh,
It's
okay,
floated
because I thought, yes, so the darts, so this bit here is two darts that then join up across the bottom. I just thought it was a straightforward boxed off bottom, but it's actually two darts, which are right at the beginning of the hour. I said, oh, what's those, remember, I said, oh, what's those two darts for?
Sorry, I've lost
Of course,
that.
don't worry, it's wafted away somewhere.
Nice, isn't it? I'll make it out of thick cardboard next time.
Yeah, they're all in the book. They're in the
It's
book.
in the-
You can
it's
make
in
them
the book.
again. It's only that one pattern piece. This bag only has one pattern piece. So if you've done what we've done and lost the pattern piece, then
So you just use that to create your lining, two lining pieces, and the same on the back. So I've used that on this one to create the red pattern piece as well. Oh, you found it.
you don't have to redraw it.
You did well.
So that there on that side.
So once you've attached your front panel to your thermolam, you would mark on your darts and sew those on both sides.
And that becomes your box bottom.
That becomes your box bottom.
It's all worth it in the end.
Yeah.
Right. And then,
So once you've done that, you then sew the top section of the bag. So you can see here where I've got the ribbon.
yes.
That's relatively simple to do. That's just a rectangle that's been attached to the thermolam.
Right.
So that it's got the same weight and feel as the rest of the bag.
No, that's good. It's good.
And then you can take your ribbon.
Oh, so the ribbon's just decorative.
Ribbon's just decorative, and you can top stitch that in place. What have you lost?
Where else is the ribbon? Just there.
Just there, but actually it would look really nice if you put it on.
Yes, obviously we'd have
On
the
the
red one.
handles
That,
as
yeah,
well.
because you're getting 4 meters on the roll, so you
Yeah.
could almost customise it to your own. Well, that would look lovely.
I
Actually.
think that would
yeah.
be really nice
Okay.
on the handles.
So we've we've thermalammed that. We've got that panel there, and you've then stitched your.
And you stitch that on
How have you
to the
stitched
top
that on?
section with really good top stitching.
I can't even
I was
see
proud
it.
of that one. So I actually top stitched
I can't
that.
see it from here, so you're not going to see it on your telly.
So I top stitched that between the white decorative stitching and the edge of
Oh
the
my word!
of the ribbon.
That's just to prove she can do a straight line after that zip line earlier. So that's top stitch. So before you attach that, you attach the ribbon to that panel
Yes.
there.
And make sure when you're doing your two panels to make sure that you get sort of close, which I didn't in the end.
Oh, what's she saying now?
So that when you get, let me choose which side looks better. That side looks better.
You're so perfectionist, aren't you?
So if you take your two panels and lay your ribbon on both sides at the same time, so try and match them up.
yeah.
So you've got your two panels and measure them. So I would have taken my two pieces and put them on a line on the cutting mat.
Oh, okay.
So that I know that they're even, and then make sure that the ribbon is at the same point, so that you try and match them up when you come
Oh,
to
we haven't
sew.
matched the stitches, have we?
No, on that one it didn't work. The other side looked better.
No, as in I'm being facetious
Oh,
now.
you
Whereas
are,
where you
crikey.
end that one on a stitch and start that one without a stitch. I'll shut up. Right, okay. So, yes, you will hit me in a minute. I just got the look. Okay, so you've attached that bit to there.
Yes,
So
and
that
then-
gives you the whole of the front of the bag.
Yes, and then you attach right sides together,
Yeah.
and that gives you the front. and then
Okay,
you've got
so
the
that's
back.
that bit. And then the back is almost identical,
The
but
same
without
the pieced front.
So in this one, you just have the thermalan.
Yes.
There's no H460.
No,
in
there's
that
no.
one. So that's
no
just all
fusible
thermalan and the
things.
fabric.
And what Debbie gives you instructions for is to put a zip So you can put a zip like we do on Margaret.
Oh, on the actual outside
Yeah,
of the book?
like with
the bag,
Margaret,
sorry.
you can have
Yeah.
a zip on the back of the bag as well.
Oh, I don't know if I'd want a zip on. No offence, Debbie. No offence, but I don't know if I'd want a zip on there.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seems a shame.
Okay, so now Hannah wants as many pockets as possible. Let me just take that out of there. There was a bag inside the bag, but you don't get that. So you've made your front, you've made your back, and then you seam it together.
Yes, so you attach the front to the back.
Right.
Then you would go on and make these strap loops.
Right, these look very, very professional now, these strap loops.
And you'll want some nice D-rings.
The
for
D-rings
those.
are on our website. You can get them in the silver or the brass or the gold on the website. But the silver, they're obviously not real. They're silver-coloured, gold colour or
Silver-coloured,
brass-coloured.
chrome.
And so you make the little straps. And now they look different to... Because I've got four folds on that side. I've only got two
So
folds
the way
on that side.
sorry, I didn't prep a handle. I didn't.
No, sorry. I'm just throwing questions at you
That's
now
all
because
right.
I'm being nosy.
So the way
but-
that I made those is
Yeah.
I took the width that Debbie suggested, which I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. It's all in the book, it's all
and
in the book.
interfaced it, and then I made it almost like you would make bias binding.
Oh, okay.
So I folded it in half,
Yeah.
and then I folded these edges in to meet the middle, and pressed that all the way
Oh, right,
along,
okay.
and then I went back and folded the other side in.
And is there anything, did you put interfacing on it?
Yes, so I interfaced
So it's
those.
the fabric and the interface, because it's got, that finish there is immaculate, isn't it? It's really, really,
Really
lovely.
sharp.
Yeah.
So by the time you've got interfaced and it's 4 layers thick, and then on here you put your D-ring in,
Yeah.
and then that goes in the top of the bag.
So we haven't lined the bag yet, have we?
No, haven't lined the bag
We put
yet.
that bit on. Now,
So you
this-
attach those, so say that's the loop that attaches across the top of the main body of the bag,
Yeah.
and you base that
and
in
then
place.
it'll go like
and
that.
then
if
when
it-
you've attached the lining, it flips up.
Now, my next question is, when do you put the D?
So these are the little,
Yes,
these bottom
yeah.
loops. Stick your D-ring
The D-ring's in at that point.
So the D-ring is in at that point here.
But not this bit
But
of the
not
strap.
those straps. You can
Okay,
easily attach those
So you're just
afterwards.
putting that much in, and then your lining is...
It's constructed because you use this main piece here to cut out the lining,
Yeah.
and you cut out another rectangle this size, and you make the
Oh, so
lining
you
in
start
the
to put
same
the
way.
seam in, and you make the line exactly the same way.
Yep.
So then you've got the front of the bag with those basted on it that way. You put the
So then
right sides together.
Yes, right sides together, and you put this inside the lining.
Yep.
Match up your side seams.
Yep.
And sew round.
6 strands. So at that point, you then have the bucket of the bag with four tiny straps coming
Yep.
out there. You've put
Yes.
a
Have we got
magnetic
time to show you?
How many minutes have we got? Oh no, 40 seconds. We've
Okay.
got 40 seconds.
So, shall I open this and I'll show
Yeah.
you, for anyone who's not seen the magnetic closures. I'll take a piece of the lining,
Yeah.
and I'll tend to work with both pieces of lining at the same time. Stick on some interfacing. On this one, I've put a double layer of interfacing, because I think magnetic closures can be quite stressful on the fabric. So you've got 2 halves, a male and a female if you like,
Yeah.
and they each come with this little washer. So
Okay.
measure, just don't go too close to this upper edge, because when you turn through and you finish off, it's got a top stitched edge. But as you come to top stitch, the challenge you'll have is when you come past the magnetic
And
closure.
you don't want that to match the bump in your zip, do you?
Yeah, or to not have any room at all.
Exactly. I've got to leave you now. When are you in
Okay.
next?
I am in next Wednesday, I think.
Oh, there you go. So we'll see you next
Back again.
Wednesday. So I'm sorry to have rushed you like
That's
that.
all right.
But it's, we're all there in the end. Right, so I'll take this with me.
Take that with you. So
There's
I'm
another
just-
pattern piece. I've got books over there, books over there. Right. You're right. Sorry about that. Here we go. Loads and loads and loads. It's brand spanking. It's not new. It's back today. Every time we show this book, it sells out. It sells out. It sells out. Okay, we did have hundreds, and over a third of the new stock has been checked out. There's more in baskets, lots more in baskets, so you do need to check out. And of course, now that we're on Sky 24 hours a day, this will be repeated over and over again during the night. So more and more people will come in and get this. The Bag Boutique book by Debbie von Grabler-Crozier. It's a beautiful, beautiful book with lots and lots and lots of projects and techniques and the pattern pieces that you need at the back as well. It's fantastic for $14.99. There's 20 ideas. 20 ideas. So you get I know. You get all of her ideas, all of her knowledge, all of her expertise, all the photography for £14.99. So, the red bundle, which is this one. Right? It's lovely. Right, the red and the blue are equal amounts. If you were going to go for one of these then, Victoria, would you go red or blue?
I liked the red with the grey.
Red. See, I like the blue. It just shows, doesn't it?
Same but different.
So you get half a metre of the Minerva Tilda, you get half a metre of the grey linen effect, and you get 1 metre of the grey lining. It's not lining, it's a Macawa solid. You get the thread, you get the zip, and you get 4 metres of the ribbon for £26.99. That's the red one. The blue one, which is the one that Victoria was just demonstrating, you get half a metre of the Minerva, half a metre of the duck egg linen effect, and a metre of the lining fabric there. The zip, the thread, and the ribbon. There it is on the still. Okay. Got a special deal for the day. Now, this is only while stocks last or until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then you'll never see this bundle put together again. You'll never see this bundle put together again for this price. It is the Cape Facet 20 fat quarter bundle, would normally be £85.98, and you are saving £10 today. £10 saving. Everyone loves a saving, don't they? £75.98, saving £10. Okay? Right, I've got loads to recap, haven't I? Right, where shall I start? New buyers. I'm sorry I've left you out today because we've got lots and lots and lots of new buyers. If you have spent, I've got it over here. Have a look at the slide, right? If you have spent £30 or more for your first purchase, right? New customer gift. You don't need to do anything. It's while stocks last. Now, I think it's today and tomorrow or until stocks run out. Oh, there'll be an advert about it at the end of the show. So you get, so you spend £30, you get over £30 worth of freebies. Well, I'm not supposed to say it like that, am I? But you know what I mean? So that's how you're going to think it. Spend £30, get more than £30 worth of free gifts. The sewing machine book, the thread, and the scissors. That's fantastic bundle. Next, spend and save. Now, this is not things that you buy on the telly, not anything we've had on the telly today. This is only if you buy from our web shop. And you go to our web shop by going to www.sewingquarter.com, go to shop, and then you can buy. I think this is brilliant if you're going to buy fabrics for your stash, or maybe wadding, or Quilt As You Go, or Creative Grids rulers. Spend £10, get 5% off with the Save 5 code. Spend £20, get 10% off with the code Save 10, and spend £50, get 20% off. Buy loads of wadding, get 20% off it all. Oh, shall we have a look at tomorrow's menu? It's not me tomorrow. Oh, sorry, no, I can do this quickly. We've only got minutes, haven't we? Right, have a look. We'll do the sewing machine first then. The sewing machine that Victoria was using was a 730. It's fantastic. They call it the quilter's machine because it's got a wider throat. So you get, if you buy the machine for £1,699, you get £80.97 worth of freebies to come with that. Only get them if you buy the sewing machine at £1,699. It's a fantastic price. Then we'll have a look at Amy's menu tomorrow. Blimey, what a way to finish 6 days of 6. Here we go. Coming up tomorrow with Amy Burrows. 8 o'clock, workroom gadgets. 9 o'clock, quirky cube bag with Jess Entwistle. 10 o'clock, we've got the fabric shop. And 11 o'clock, we've got workstation makes with Jess Entwistle. Oh, the lady who won the competition. Go on then. There she is, Mary Walker. That's not her. Mary Walker. I will see you. I've got 2 days off. I'll see you in 2 days' time. Amy Burrows is in for 2 days. Thanks so much for your company. Member on Sky carries on looping.
If you shop with us for the first time between Wednesday the 17th of January and Thursday the 18th of January and spend £30 or more, we'll give you an amazing bundle of free gifts. The bundle includes the book How to Use a Sewing Machine by Marie Clayton. It's packed with essential information on how to choose and use your machine, plus dressmaking techniques and expert troubleshooting tips. You'll also receive our 23cm dressmaking scissors with stainless steel blades for precise cutting. A pack of 7 Gutermann Sewell threads is included too, in warm French cottage colours. These threads are ideal for both hand and machine sewing. Altogether, these gifts are worth over £30, completely free for you as a new customer. So be sure to search through our online store filled with sewing delights, or watch our shows to find your perfect new purchase from the 17th of January. But don't delay, this offer is only available while stocks last.